beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly and energy reading of February 20th to 26th. My name is Sabrina, for everyone that's new here. I'm all solemn, but I'm not trying to be solemn here. There's just a lot of, every week is different energies showing up, and like I said on Instagram and Facebook, I feel like quantum no time is taking effect in a big way. Like I wake up and I don't know, it's just, I feel like everything is just flowing really quickly for me. As far, look, we're already at the end of February, and I'll like just sit on my couch and I'll get up and I'm like, oh, it's already 10 o'clock at night kind of thing. So, but this is what it is. This is where we're entering into a new world, weirdly, where there's no time. Time is constraint, right? Time is a 3D construct that we've created to limit ourselves, to give it ourselves like these limitations, right? And now we're moving into a zone of freedom. Well, now we have this Pisces new moon that happens on the 19th or the 20th, depending where you are in the world. Where I am, it's Montreal, Canada, so it's 2:06 Eastern time on the 20th. For me, this is a significant new moon only because it's the end of the zodiac cycle. Pisces is the end, and Aries, which we find in March, which is a lot of significant planetary transits happening. This is like the end of this time. Like Saturn, I'm going to bring up Saturn, which is the ruler of Capricorn, which is the devil and the world card. Saturn has entered into Aquarius, which is the star card and the fool card. Just kind of get the idea of these two different energies. Saturn moved into Aquarius in March 2020. So we know 3 years ago, oh my God, I can't believe it's already 3 years ago. 3 years ago, we know how the world just turned upside down, right? And how the devil appeared, right? We won't go into those energies, but everyone who's watching knows what I'm talking about. And we this planet moved into Aquarius energies, which we all know as the healing planet, but also the planet of rebellion and the planet of change, the planet of awakening to something greater than ourselves. It's also about communities coming together. It's about social upheaval, social injustice. So that happened in the past 3 years. We've all awakened to something new within us. But Saturn and Aquarius, like Saturn brought in this structure and this limitations, and Aquarius is like, no, hell no, we're gonna move out of that. We're not following the rules anymore. We're doing it differently now, right? And that's how we've been feeling for the past 3 years. And as much as it was uncomfortable, very, Saturn is now going to move into Pisces on March 7th. Pisces is our moon card and our hangman card. Dreamy, sensitive, intuitive, spiritual, very sees life completely different from the Aquarius. By the way, Aquarius is more technological, more innovative, more let's get our nose to the ground kind of thing. They're a fixed sign, whereas Pisces is our mutable sign. So it's very let's just like dream a dream kind of thing, which is actually what we need, because we need to move into our imagination and we need to move into this dreaminess. Saturn and the world with Pisces is like structure. No, we need to, this, it has to be work like this, like this, like this. And it's so funny to me because we're in the rising of the age of Aquarius, and we're ending the age of Pisces. And the Pisces age was all about structure, patriarchy, like all this like regulations, order, and now we're moving into this Aquarian age of freedom. So when I look at these as earth elements, this is earth, and as elements, this is earth and this is water. And if you put water into earth, something grows. So this is going to stay here. Saturn is staying in Pisces for 3 years until February 14, 2026. To me, it feels like the next 3 years. Again, it's going to be very uncomfortable, but it's going to be very triggering. It's almost like, okay, guys, from 2020 to 2023, Saturn like blazed in and said, okay, let's shake it up. Let's shake you up and out of your slumber, and let's wake you up into something that you are truly innately powerful being of light, right? And then now you're feeling it. You're like, okay, yeah, I see it, I feel it, yes. And now Saturn is like, okay, I'm done with you because we've already done this. Not this one, but it was the other one. And now we're moving into Pisces, where we are going to elevate you. And we're going to make you feel really uncomfortable, and we're going to squeeze you in that box of yours. If you feel you're still stuck in that box of yours, well, it's going to compress until you eke your way out of it. And if you don't want to go out of it, then you will remain in the box. So that is the energies that I'm feeling for this. So there's a lot of people have different ways of seeing things, but I feel like, but at the same time, with this earth and water element, I feel like Pisces is just going to like water the earth, right? The Saturn, and say, you know what? You can squeeze me as much as you want, but I am so much more powerful than this. I don't fall prey to this anymore. You don't trigger me anymore, because now I see things differently. Now I go into my heart. You know, I work with wisdom. I don't work with knowledge. I don't need you to tell me what to do. And that is that feeling I'm getting. And I think it's freaking phenomenal. But, you know, March is going to be, I don't even know what to expect for March, but it's coming up anyway. So, I mean, we're already feeling the energies. I've been getting a lot of downloads recently. Are they downloads, or it's just me stepping into my awareness and stepping into myself, right? Who I am kind of thing. Things are feeling just, I said that last week too, the things are just feeling clearer and clearer. And then, but I've been going out with a lot and talking to a lot of people, and I notice a lot of people are, what this Pisces new moon might be bringing up is a lot of self-pity, a lot of victimization, a lot of victim, villain, hero, savior complex, which is really hard to hear this. And it was hard for me to hear this too when I was going through it, and I'm still going through it. It's just what it is. This is humans. We need to always attach or label a feeling or an emotion. We have to attach something to how we are. Every little moment of our lives needs to be labeled, right? Every little feeling needs to be labeled. Every little action, like, instead of just letting things flow naturally. And if something is coming up for you and it's triggering you, for me, it's like, I read this quote on Facebook, and I even responded to them, because it was like, if it's triggering you, then you know, then find out who it is, and it's probably a narcissist, and go for it. And I'm like, what are we talking about here? If it's triggering you, that means there's an unhealed part of you, and it's a blessing from God, from the universe, right? Like, instead of looking at these triggers and these obstacles and these detours as bad, rejoice every time that happens, and just watch how things change around you. And it's like such a it's what is the word I'm looking for? I can lose my words. It's very revolutionary. I don't know how to say this, but it's like you have to move into that awareness as soon as it happens. Like as soon as someone irks you, someone triggers again, or someone gets you upset, or makes you feel really happy, step into those awareness moments. Step in that moment and say, okay, why am I being triggered? What is unhealed inside me? What do I need to work on? Okay, I'm going to work on this, and I'm going to forgive myself, and I forgive that person. It's not their fault. They're actually doing me a favor. So thank you so much for triggering me, Mr. Narcissist, Miss Narcissist, egoist. If you're not, like I always say, if you're being triggered by a narcissist, then you have narcissism within you, and it sucks to hear that, but that's what it is. Everyone's a mirror. Everyone's a reflection of you. At one point in the next few years, we're going to be like mirroring harmonious energies. But right now we need to clear these from the vessel, and that's what it is. That's the reality of it. It's like we can't suppress them. We can't give them drugs or prescription pills. They're not going to go away. It's just suppression. It's going to come back up again. You can't follow steps and how to do this and do that. You can do whatever you want. I mean, at the end of the day, but you really need to go within instead of looking outside for help. I can't stress this enough. Like, I know that you're here and you're listening to me, and like I'm kind of guiding you too, but me too, I watch people, but as soon as it doesn't work, I just shut it off, because it's just not working, right? It's like I don't feel it. But then again, I look at it now, I just thought about it. It's like if I'm shutting it off, are they triggering me? So that's something interesting to pay attention to. So, but the point I'm trying to say is that you don't need anyone else to tell you what to do, how to eat, what to see, because you know. And every single one of you carries an original blueprint, and you're different from every single one of us. We're all unique. So I want to say this. I was in the shower, because all my revelations come in the shower. If some of you feel like you're not connecting to yourself, try the shower, try the bath, jump into the water somewhere you can. And I mean, long time ago, messages and guidance was delivered through water. So water is very powerful. So anyways, I was in the shower, and I was, this moment came to me. I was like, oh my gosh, I know this is going to be triggering to some, but again, they were like, I just had the moment of like, I complain, I struggle with my body and my body image and all this. And through the years, no one could ever tell that, because I'm curvy, but I like to show my curves, kind of thing. It's just what it is. It's more like an internal thing. And I stepped into the awareness that the reason, like, now I'm being deterred from going to the gym, and they're like, no, like, I'm doing Pilates now, which is awesome, but I'm like, don't go pick up weights, don't do that, which I love to do. And they're like, no. It's like me, I'm telling myself, no. And now I understood, because the light body, your light body, by the way, is like 8 to 13 feet tall, and has to integrate into your physical vessel. So throughout your years, your cells and your physical form has been wanting to expand, to enter, to get this light to come in, and then you go to the gym and you have to lose weight. So then I was like, oh my God, it's all a freaking narrative, right? So diets, gym, you have to fitness, run, lose weight, lose calories, do this. It's all a freaking narrative, so that you guys, all of us, do not integrate our light bodies. So I was like, wow. That was a very interesting revelation. I was like, oh my God. So everything is becoming more clear. So I was like, oh my God. And and it's all of us, right? The whole world is programmed that way. Like you can't like, and now it's like they're allowing people to, like, it's just a very interesting, like, a body shaming, and it's like with all these celebrities, like all skinny and this, and now it's like it's okay to be bigger, but eat, you can now, you should eat like this foods and that foods and drink this and take these, it's like everything's a narrative to inhibit you from becoming the powerful being of light that you are. And this is where I say it's time for you to step into your beingness and your awareness, regardless of what someone is, regardless of what Sabrina's doing, what Julie's doing, what Kim is doing, what like Bobby's doing, with everybody, who everybody's doing, it doesn't matter. Listen in to yourself. And the Pisces new moon to me is asking you to release these old stories, these old wounds. The old wounds and traumas will be coming up with Pisces. That's what it's all about. And it's asking you to release and move into this new energy. And with Saturn moving out of Aquarius and into Pisces, the more of that is going to show up more. So it's just like it's a constant freaking journey. This journey is, there's not like, oh, okay, it's going to be much better in 2023. I feel like 2023 has been lighter, but still heavy, right? It's like lighter in the sense, like, it's just clearer. Like, things just make sense as soon as you step away from narratives, as soon as you step away from the news, the TV, all the stupidities, the everything. I'm over it. So I don't know how you're feeling about that, but it's just the best feeling ever. And if you step into self-pity and if you step into victimhood, then step into that awareness and say, why are you feeling like this? And a lot of it is, I said it last week, but a lot of it is us transmuting a lot of energies. So we're transmitting everyone else's energies. So imagine, like, let's say one day you're like great and flying high, and then all of a sudden you feel super sad. It's because you're probably transmitting someone's sadness. Step into that awareness and say, oh, it's someone else's, because this is really not mine. I don't feel like it's mine at all either. So I'm going to transmute this energy for her or him, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to be happy again, kind of thing. Right? Like, it's just like a constant awareness. All right. So again, I forgot my freaking phone, so I'm going to get my phone for the winner of this week's reading. 1 second. All right, so the winner of this week's reading, which is February 20th, choose Crystal Hannon. So, Crystal, all you need to do is reach out to me down below or in one of my Instagram or Facebook platforms and send me a question, and I'll send you the reading by the end of the week. And I'm doing another one because I'm just feel like generous, and I'm gonna give this to Bobby Ducharme. So both of you, this is your winnings, and just send me a question and I'll get your readings out to you. So everyone else, good luck next week. I'm gonna continue doing this until the end of February, and March we'll do something else. So I just put out a post on Instagram too about our truths being uncomfortable, and that is what's going to be coming up for us a lot in this 2023, 2024. A lot of our truths, which is who you are really, is going to be uncomfortable to many around you, but just keep at it. Stay true to yourself. Listen into your heart. Pay attention to the awareness around you, and things might flow just a little bit easier. So let's get into these readings. I love you all. I'll see you then. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. This week I pulled out 2 overall energy cards. I pulled out a oracle and also another oracle, but for the new moon energy message. Also, I changed things up. I was called to change things up, and I picked 5 cards, rando cards that I'm going to read. I'm also going to give you a love card at the end, and whatever comes, comes. So let's start with this overall energy. We have self-love. I wanted to read from the book because I thought there was a really interesting message to come across for you, my beautifuls. Sometimes we feel we are not enough. Sometimes we're even told we are not enough by our own voice. The voices of others and our culture. Not smart enough, not pretty enough, not powerful enough, not talented enough, not good enough at what we choose to do. Not ambitious enough, not experienced enough, not curvy enough, not thin enough, not glamorous enough, not porn star enough, not enough of a lady. And as a result, all of this makes us not love ourselves enough. So I know this is like, I could have said this to you, but it's this feeling of not enough, right? And it's so limiting, and it's who says that you're not enough? Because you're not enough for this person in your life, because you're not, like, it's just so you are whole, you're full-bodied, you're a light, you are powerful, but more than that, you are you, and that's enough. So this self-love is coming in here with this waxing crescent, but it's like a new moon, which is this new moon in Pisces happening. It's like, take time for yourself, really truly go in and love every part of you, regardless of what other comments come your way, regardless of how others see you. They're all opinions and assumptions and whatever. They have not lived one day in your shoes. So this is like a empowering card for you. And also, if you've been following me this past few weeks and months, we've been getting self-love every single week. It's like, whether it's in an overall energy, whether it's in advice cards, self-love has been showing up. So there is a message, a strong message that's coming through from spirit, from your higher selves, to really tap into you and erasing everyone else around you. And not erasing, but like not getting affected by what they feel of you. So your message for the new moon is, let your fears dissolve. It's a full moon in Cancer, this one, but very beautiful. Like, look at this big moon showing up here. The moon is, full moons are usually release energies. It's like, it's time to love yourself, say goodbye to the fears. Fears are false evidence appearing real. After all, fears are made up in your mind. Let go of your anxiety, let go of it all. It's just, this is very cathartic feeling coming in for you, Aries. It's time to truly love yourself for you. And if someone else wants another version of you, then let them go search someone else for another version of you. Because when you step into loving yourself at 100%, it doesn't matter what they want, what anyone else wants from you, or what have you, because you know who you are. So let's look at all these energies. I had to pick 5 cards from 5 different decks, Oracle and Tarot. We got the 8 of Swords. I'm going to pull them all out because we're going to see them all out. Oh, I didn't notice this. The 8 of Swords. Definitely 8 of Swords energy here. What is going on? Fear. Oh my God. I love it. Fear. I mean, I don't love it. I know it. You're like, no. Healing. North Node, life's purpose. Ooh, I like these colors. Okay. All right. What are we looking at here? Obviously, 8 of Swords. Right away, it's showing twice. The 8 of Swords is a Gemini energy, but the 8 of Swords, if you look at it, they're both kind of the same idea, right? She is sitting I like this imagery. She's sitting with her fears, anxiety, or stresses, or hate, self-hate, or self-pity, or victimization. You know, all of the manipulation around her, the greed, whatever. All these thoughts, and she's imprisoned in them. But if you see, it's not like she's shackled to them. She could just get up and walk away from them. Same with her. They're there, but it's not like they're stabbed within her. They're like there, and it's like these are your trigger points. And perhaps what's happening here for you is that you are stepping into a lot of fear, and a lot of fears are showing up. Old fears, like what if, like all these questions that you ask. The fears is just created in your mind. Why are you afraid? Like, what is holding you back? Here, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. That's a good mantra to say after that. But to me, this feels like, you know, with this self-love showing up in the dissolution of fear. I feel like you're coming to the end of all this. Like we've been going through a lot with you, Aries, and you've been drowning in some really heavy energies. And maybe the Eight of Swords showing up is like, stand up, walk through this. Look what's at the other end. Like both of them, this has the sun in the back of it, and this has this beautiful portal of a mountain. Mountain is usually hope, right? Climbing to something greater, a new horizon, new sun coming in for you. It's almost this feeling of, maybe some of you are feeling that. Maybe some of you are feeling like you are at the end of your ropes. You're feeling like, not like in a bad way, like I'm at the end of my ropes, but almost like there's a clearing going on within you, and it's uncomfortable. It's definitely uncomfortable. Like there's no if, ands, or buts about it, because when you go, when you speak your truth, or when you step into awareness of something, it's 9 times out of 10 going to feel very uncomfortable, right? Because it's going to create discomfort with everyone else around you and within yourself, because you're battling your ego. So I feel like something is going on with you guys, and maybe some of you having to step into awareness when it comes to a relationship or a job. But releasing the fear, I feel like with the healing showing, it's like some of you might be working in the healing business, or maybe needing to seek out healing. But it's like you're moving into your life purpose, like you're having an aha moment. The North Node is like, I've always described it as the dragon is the nose, the dragon's head, and the South Node is the dragon tail. And the North Node is moving into our life purpose. The dragon's tail is moving away from that which is holding us on. So here you are moving towards what it is that you need to do. And the Eight of Swords is coming in twice, saying, like 8 is stepping into your power, right? 8 is abundance, you know, it's 8 is the sacral chakra kind of thing. It's like moving into that self-confidence of yours, doing things because you are no longer trapped in here anymore, and you know that you have the flexibility to move up from it. So I just feel like this is like a huge leap for you, a leap outside of that which is holding you down, because the fears have been keeping you in your place. The fear has been keeping you, which is interesting, in this place of not entrapment, because she's not entrapped. this place that you have put yourself in. You've allowed this to like, you've allowed that person to condescend to you. You've allowed that person to speak badly of you. You've allowed them to freely give them your opinions. You know, you've allowed this because you were a little bit feeling self-pity or victimization, or just not wanting to deal. It was just easier for you to receive these swords, right? And sit with them. But now it's like no longer. It's no more. I feel like now you're starting to see clearly again. You're healing more and more, or walking into some sixes or harmony. You're walking. Maybe you're seeking more healing practice. Maybe also you are realizing that you have healing hands, that you have a healing heart, that you can find a way out of this by completely going within and loving yourself. So there's some huge changes coming in for you, Aries, because you're all walking into some newer understanding of yourself and newer awareness of, I feel like with the Eight of Swords, a lot of you have been hanging on to other people's anxieties, other people's fears, which then creates fear within you, right? Like you're hanging on, like you're allowing yourself to be entrapped in this, where I feel like she could just get up and get out. And I'm not saying that you need to get out of a relationship or get out of a job, or you don't have to get out of something. It's just for you. You have to like release yourself from this, because that's keeping you imprisoned in your own thoughts. And it's like almost this North Node has been, look, she's like, there's a heart here, and she's like pushing outwards. It's almost like, I want to be set free. It's time, Aries. And you know, I have a lot of clients who are like, it's not that easy to let go of fear. It's not that easy. No, it's definitely not that easy to let go of that. But the first step is becoming conscious of it and understanding that, and understanding how fear shows up in your life, and how does it make you feel, and how does it materialize, and then stepping into that fear at that moment, say, okay, why am I afraid? Afraid of what? What are you afraid of? Speaking up? Because why? Because they're going to not like it? Are you living for them, or are you living for you? It's like it's time to do this, to step into your grandeur. Enough people pleasing, enough allowing others to like set up these like boundaries around you. I think that's what we're moving into. It really feels like it to me too. This release of fear is going to be huge for you, and maybe take some time with this healing and this self-love to spend time with yourself this week. Spend time. It doesn't always have to be like going within and figuring out your emotions. It could be just like relax and enjoy life. Do things that are like not fear-inducing or stress-inducing. But there is some sort of release coming definitely this week from the cards. So let me just pull out a beautiful love card. See what's coming out for you, Aries. Aries, please. Anything else for Aries? Alrighty then. Let's see which ones are the right ones. Let me do this. No. Okay, so the originals. The first one is time. You're trying too hard, give it time. So what are you trying too hard? You're trying too hard to keep a relationship together. You're trying too hard to like leave. You're trying too hard. Like, we're not here to try. We're here to allow things to just be. So if something is a detour or something is coming up and saying no, 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 then listen to the no, no, no. And stop doing it. But we as humans, we're like, no, 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 I'm going to persevere. I'm going to be like strong and a survivor. No, man, we're not here to be that. We are that already. We don't have to be it. Just listen. Patience is such a big thing for us. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. 100p. If you could do anything, what would it be? Think about that. The answer does not dwell here. Nor does it dwell here. Nor does it dwell here. The answer lies in your purpose. Which is what? Not to live in these little narratives, not to live in these little these situations that you're in. Is to anchor your light and to be. So this is your message, my beautiful Aries. It's a powerful message coming to you again. Self-love is so important, and just trust yourself and really step into perceive look at everything, observe it as it's flowing in, and say, okay, is this where I want to be? Is that, like stepping into awareness changes is a game changer, and it could be yours too. So I love you, and I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also check where Pisces is in your chart, because that could be that could affect this week. Could be extra emotional for you is what I'm trying to tell you. And we like, share, comment, subscribe as usual. If you leave a comment, you are going to pick a winner every week. I love you and have a beautiful week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. This week we got balance as your overall energy. So if you look at this card, let's look at it very closely. We see this woman, which feels like the Empress to me, carrying the world in her hands, like holding the world in her hands, glowing. And she has these leaves all around her, so she feels like Earth, right? The Empress energy. There's a cloud, which is air, and there's moons, which is water. So it's like the elements are showing up here, except for fire. Fire is not showing up here. So earth, air, water. And that to me is like air. Water is emotions, air is thought, earth is groundedness. So there's like a balance. There's either you are feeling a balance between that, or I feel like some of you are maybe a little bit imbalanced. Maybe you're over emotional. You may be over emotional this week, or you may be too much into your mind this week, or trying to get grounded, but then your mind is somewhere else. I just feel like there's something here. It's like a message coming through to it's okay to be put your head in the clouds kind of thing, as long as you are I hate to use the same word, I'm going to be using it with every sign, but it's just stepping into the awareness of how you're feeling, what you're thinking, where you're at. Like, it really become acutely aware of your placement everywhere you are in this week. That's what's speaking to me with this balance card. And your new moon message is step up and lead, which to me is this, like, they work hand in hand. It's kind of like with the Pisces new moon here, it's time for us to step into these intuitive energies, these elevated energies, right? And Taurus is here to lead always, but some of you might be feeling a bit off this week. So let's just see. So this week I'm doing something different because that's the way I roll. I've picked from 5 different decks, and it's just a random reading, but it's not random, right? Oh, you got 2 cards from them. Okay, so we got a 9 of Cups energy, which is fulfillment, happiness, gotta like that. And we also got the Knight of Coins, which is a Virgo energy, which is slow and steady, wins the race. Money coming in slowly, being practical a little bit about life. Friendship. I'll go into the cards. I'll just put them down. Creativity, which is an Empress energy. Interesting, I like it. The 10 of Crystals, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn energy. And the 10th house, which is a Capricorn energy. The World. The World. Wow, okay. 10th house is about career, ambition, Capricorn. Also the World, but it's also like, it's a father energy. So let's just see. Saturn. I like the way these colors showed up. I get high on colors. So yeah, that's what makes me happy. What are we seeing here? We're seeing friendships. Perhaps some of you are moving into some new friendships, like soul alignment, like perhaps people are coming in and they're helping you through this, whatever it is that you're going through, maybe at work, because it feels like work here, or career, or school. It just feels like some of you are actually stepping into, you're like stepping up and leading. You're actually moving, like maybe you're getting a raise or a promotion, or like money coming to you slowly, or maybe you have a business or a job that's been on the lull kind of lately, so things are moving up. Creativity, the number 3 card is the Empress card as well, so the creativity speaks that now is the time to expand your business, dive into a new project of yours. It doesn't always have to be about business, by the way. It could be you just starting scrapbooking or street art. I don't know what's coming to me. Whatever, knitting, crocheting, just like a hobby, painting. It's just this feeling that you're do things that you love. The 10 of Pentacles speaks of family, money, investment. I mean, we're heading into tax season for many, so it could be lucrative for you. It could be some like a little extra money coming in that you're able to move into some new project of yours. Maybe you're going into business with a friend of yours, or family, or someone like that. That feeling I'm getting here. Underneath it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I mean, it doesn't have to be about getting together, but it could also be your friend, like coming to the realization that there's really good people in your life with this 9 of Cups and butterflies. Like maybe sometimes you have to let some people go for others to come in. You know, a lot of times we take things so personally in this lifetime. It's like, oh my God, we've been friends for 20 years. We've been together for 30 years. We've been like, you know, and then at one point you just have to release, because it's you've taught the lessons, you've learned the lessons, and now it's just to move into new friendships, but not really new friendships because you've known them for thousands of years already, right? These kind of things, and they're just coming in and coming out, coming in, coming out. That's that feeling here that's happening. Perhaps that's the balance, and that's what you're needing to balance a lot in your life right now. It's like you balance your work and your friends and your social and all that, but also balancing this, in French we say va-et-vient, like go and coming, like, you know, like in and out kind of thing. So that's what's happening here. Interesting. And it's the Knight of Coins is that knight that's very organized, as you are, Taurus, as well. Very slow about moving into projects. Like you procrastinate, you think, but again, there's this beautiful yellow coin shining here, which is money, abundance. So it's like all your hard work is paying off for you. Ten of Pentacles is saying the same thing. It's like money's coming in, or if it's not money, it's just this feeling of accomplishment coming your way. You're like stepping into this, I almost feel like it's like, it's not necessarily like, oh, it's millions of dollars you're making. It's just this feeling of accomplishment. Exactly that word. It's that I work really hard to get here, and look where I am. My God, I'm actually doing my dream. I'm like working in the textile business. I'm working in I'm a healer. I'm I'm helping these children. I'm doing this, like, like you're doing what you want to do. And I love that this is a 34, which is a 7, which is the 2023 is a 7 year. And it's like you're like the world in the tarot is the end of a journey, starting something fresh. I just feel like you guys are starting something fresh. And it could be family as well, like a new family. Maybe some of you are having baby, or starting a new life with someone. But it feels a little bit personal here as well. It feels like some of you are tapping into your knowing, and you're like reestablishing a friend group, like a new soul family. The Nine of Cups, I mean, like that's a freaking amazing card, right? It's this fulfillment and reward. But here it's all these butterflies, freedom, financial freedom, emotional freedom, like release, not having to hold on to attachments anymore. There is a definite jump here in some of you. Like if you're feeling like you need to start a new job or a creative endeavor, it is now. Right now, this week. I feel like it's the best time for you. If you're wanting to socialize now, it's like, it just feels like this. It feels like your new chapter in your life is beginning, Taurus. And we've been seeing it over the weeks, but perhaps that's the balance that's showing up. Perhaps things are falling into balance, which is a beautiful thing. And perhaps this is the week of stepping into your own. I really feel that you are like the 10, the 9, the 10, 9, 10, 10. These are like ends of journeys, beginning of new journeys, right? This is the 7, but it's the 10th house. So the 10th house is like moving into where you feel where you need to be. And these show up as career and school and ambition, kind of this, but it just, even if you don't school and you're not in work, you're stepping into that knowingness, and you're getting help from family and friends. You're getting support from family and friends, definitely. There's no like you're doing it on your own over here. I don't see that at all. I see that there's constant alignment with others. But really, I truly look at this, and this speaks of abundance and nourishment and creativity and love and being that empress that sits on her throne in the garden and loving her life. And that's where I see you're going here. So wow, what a beautiful energies here. And I'm going to pick a love card from these hearts. They're a little bit messy, but that's what it is. So Taurus, what message can we have for love? Taurus, please. Right. Like the jumpers. 5 cards. No, we're not going to do 5 cards. So let's see what cards they want us to do. No. give you 2 cards. We got, it's so interesting. These 2 cards flew out for Aries, so they were meant for you. Okay. I didn't give them to Aries at the end. So, romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. All right, my beautiful Taurus, look at this card. Love is in the air for you. If you're single, there could be some romance coming your way. If you're in a relationship, there might be heightened romance within the relationship. I kind of like it. And then this card. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Beautiful. There is no right and wrong. Definitely not. It's like accepting each other, loving each other for who you are, not wanting to change them, not wanting to change yourself or change the others, right? That is love. So what a beautiful energy this is. I feel some love, some creativity coming your way, some freedom, some just like a feeling of stability within the freedom. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. So that's what it's feeling here. So kudos to you, Taurus. Keep up the good work. Let's get up. Let's lead. Let's enjoy life. All right. I love you. Check your rising and your moon. Also this week, check where Pisces lands in your birth chart, because it might be an emotional week for you. So just check where it is, which planet it is in, if you have it in your birth chart. And like, comment, share, subscribe. As usual, I'm giving away weekly giveaways, so just leave a comment below. I love you and have a great week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We got peace. The number is 28, so it's a 10, new beginning. Peace to me, look at her. She feels she needs some time away from life. I just feel like that could be you. Some of you needing peace of mind. Some of you maybe, Gemini, thinking too much, too much thoughts in your head. Maybe some of you are have been taking the time to go within, the time to be alone, and maybe that has caused, you know, that it's so funny because like we tell people go within and do some like retreat, and then you go into the retreat and you're like, yo man, I just spent 24 hours every day thinking, right? You're like, yes. But that is like sometimes quiet, and not sometimes, always quiet is the scary thing, because quiet means that you have to listen in, and you have to just, or not even listen, just blank canvas it all. So I feel like some of you are overthinking, you're anxious a little bit too much. That's why the peace is showing up, but we're going to see in your cards what's coming up. Your new moon in Pisces message is work through your feelings. Appropriate. Also like these two together. You know, they weren't picked at the same time, so it's kind of cool. Work through your feelings is obviously, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of anxiety here, some Gemini workings happening. So let's see what's going on with you. This week I pulled 5 from 5 different oracle decks, oracle and tarot. We're changing things up because that's how I do. Look at this. 9 of Swords, Gemini. Showing up. 9 of Swords, insomnia, anxiety, overthinking. Peace. Oh my God. Look at that. We got peace again, like your overall energy. Love it. Completion. Intuition. Yes, ma'am. Queen of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn energy. Capricorn is playing a big role in a lot of people's, just Taurus. And the 8th house, endings and beginnings. So 8th is Scorpio energy. It's so interesting, completion and endings here. So what do we have for you here? I mean, we start with the 9 of Swords. It's exactly what I was saying before. It's like working through your feelings. Some of you are having a hard time, are going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. and it's okay. February in the Northern Hemisphere in Canada sucks. So like this is the perfect time to go through these heavy energies. Your with the Queen of Pentacles showing up, it could be that you're going through this with there could be a mother energy or a woman that's older than you that is making you feel this way. Could be, it could be, doesn't have to be. It could also be your job, which is the Queen of Pentacles, usually is the Devil or the World card, but it's also the 10th house, which is career and ambition. So it could be some of you are maybe working with mothers, you know, working really hard to make ends meet kind of thing, and children, you have your partners, whatever, and it's just a little bit overwhelming for you. Could be that. That's why I feel like there's no, it's like pieces here and pieces here, but I don't feel peace of mind in my heart or anywhere. And it's like the intuition card is showing up. And twos are decisions that you make, choices in your life. And I feel like some of you are at a precipice or at a point in your life where you have to make that choice. Do I leave this job? Do I leave this marriage? Do I enter this relationship? Do I stop being friends with this person who just keeps dragging me down all the time? Do I talk to my mother, my father? Do I talk to these people in my life that are just like not, they're just making me anxious? Why can't I sleep at night? You ask yourself these questions, Gemini. You have to go in and ask yourself. It's not because of I ate chocolate at night. No, stop with that food business. It's all about what's going on inside you. So this is what I feel like is happening for you, Gemini. There is a little bit of an like a hamster in the wheel in your mind. And it, like I said, with the Queen of Pentacles here, it could be that there is it's career related, work related, school related, or I don't know why I'm getting this, but I feel like you're putting in the extra hours. You're putting in a lot of hours. You're working hard. You're studying hard. It's almost like you're putting yourself there. You're working extra. You're studying extra so that you don't have to deal. It's what I'm feeling is happening. Maybe like you're watching too much Netflix. You're putting so much focus into one thing because you're afraid to deal with something else. And what's interesting is because you have this completion card and this endings, beginnings. So there is an ending that needs to be that is required here so you can move into something new. But you're holding on. You're holding on steadfastly into this thing that's not working for you. And it could be, like I said, it could be anything. Relationships, friend, partners, whatever, job, an ideology as well, it could be. But you are like almost fighting against, you're fighting against your intuition and this peace of mind. Like the peace of mind comes from within your soul. You're almost like some of you could be subconsciously fighting it, but I feel like some of you are conscious about it. But scared. You're scared about changing. You're scared about this new beginning that's coming up for you. Scorpio is like down, dirty, let's go dark, deep. That's what it is. It's like your ending is not like, oh, it's going to be like monumental ending to whatever it is that's ending in your life. And it could be, like I said, it doesn't have to be like the relationship or a job. It could be like, it's like an ending of your perspective, an ending of how you, or what you believe in, like a religion or whatever, a view of something that is so enormous that it's going to change everything around you. It's going to change your friends. It's going to change the people you align with. It's going to change everything. So that is what I'm feeling. It's like huge what's happening here for you. And like the Queen of, like I said, the Queen of Pentacles being a Capricorn energy is the World card. Like it's almost going to feel like the end of the world for you. But it's not, right? The world already ended. But we won't go there right now. It's like the Devil card. It's that releasing yourself from the shackles of others, releasing yourself from the shackle of institutions, of jobs, of relationships, of regulations. I really feel like something's coming for you, my beautiful Geminis, and it's time to really tap into this. Like the Peace card is, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So these cards were written like a long time ago, but it doesn't mean anything. But for me, with negative energy, if someone, it's always been it's becoming something like, if you're feeling negative energy around you, it's you. It's not anyone else bringing you negative energy. If you like, sometimes you buy a crystal and you're like, oh, it's negative energy. It's because you're emitting negative energy at the moment in time. So you are the source. You are source. Everyone, and we have like a field of protection all around us. We always had it. But we've allowed energies to flow freely within them. But knowing this, that you are that strength, then nothing can penetrate that Merkaba, that field of energy. So that was just a little tidbit of information there. For me, I feel like you are at the ends. Nine of Swords is the end. And you're going through a little bit of a hard time. I can feel it. I can feel like you're not sleeping at night. Definitely feeling it, but something new is coming. Like 9, you know, 3 plus 2 is 5, is change. 2s is making those choices. 2 plus 2 is 4, is setting a foundation. There's a lot of interesting like numerology showing up here for you, but it's time for you to the Queen of Pentacles energy, maybe reach out to someone that's older than you, but also Queen of Pentacles energy is like, she is, yes, she does. She dips her feet in everything. She's like multitasking all the time. But she's very confident and clear when she's doing something. She doesn't just do things just to do, right? So peace is showing up twice. Peace of mind. I don't know, you guys. Maybe you feel it, maybe you don't, but I really feel that you're coming to the end of something that was a big part of your life. And like I say, it could be relationship, it could be like relationship with a partner, with friends, with family. We are so attached to our family that we can't, like, I know I'm Italian, we can't like leave the family behind. But these are just parts of you. Like the people around you are just parts of your soul here teaching you lessons. So yeah, you can. Because we're ultimately here as a whole, but as a one as well, right? Like we don't need, like these are just mirrors. Like that's what I'm feeling, is you needing to stop attaching to these people in your life and accept this new beginning coming in for you. Start listening in, my beautiful Gemini. You have it. Geminis are very acute. They get it. Like you're also very much in your mind, but it's okay. This is your lesson this lifetime. So I'm going to give you a card for love. Peace of mind. Try to think of how you can find peace in your life? What is it that you can do? And what is it in your life that that needs ending? Maybe that's something to look into. Like, a lot of us hold on to like inane things of our lives. You know, it could be as silly as holding on to material things. We hold on to, oh, because my ex gave it to me 25 years ago. Who cares? Like, release it, recycle it, give it to someone else. Right? That's that attachment. Okay, come on, love. Oh, okay, there we go. We got this beautiful card. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Oh my God. Look at this. Unwanted thoughts. I'm going to give you this. You can screenshot it if you want. But this is exactly what we're talking about here. And it's like, this is a lover's oracle, but it's all about you here. So it is a you thing. This reading is all about you finding that peace of mind, really listening to your intuition, listening to your heart, embracing this Nine of Swords energy. We're so quick to like, oh my God, it's terrible. No, man, all these anxieties, this sadness, all this is coming up for a reason. It's coming up to trigger you into releasing it. All the fears showing up is there for a reason. So like, oh, yes, I'm going to tackle this, or I'm going to forgive it, or I'm going to love myself through it. Because definitely something needs to be released from your life. And only you know what that is. And if you need to reach out to me to look further into this, you know what to do. But otherwise, like, there is, you have help coming in, or you are like having a little bit of an issue with the Queen of Pentacles in your life. But regardless, there's an end and there's a new beginning. And that's where I leave you. I love you, Gemini. Check your rising and your moon. Also, check where your Pisces is in your birth chart, because we have this new moon in Pisces. You could be feeling emotional in those areas. Like let's say Pisces is in Mercury. Mercury is the planet of communication, so maybe it's not the best time to talk to someone about something very important, because you could get very emotional, right? So that is what I'm talking about. Look at that. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe, and there's a little thanks button now. You can press that and give me a little donation, or not. Just like, please, and leave a comment, and I will enter you into a weekly giveaway. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We got realization. It's your overall energy. So this is this beautiful like keyhole, right? And on the other side, I mean, both sides are beautiful, by the way. This is the nighttime, and this is like going into another world, a heavenly world, whatever it is. But it's like the keyhole is, you turn the key into the door and you've opened a new door and you've seen something new. What I see with this realization is perhaps some of you have fallen into an old pattern, an old habit, like an old way of doing things. And this is, the card is showing up as like, okay, it's time to open the door. And because this pattern is showing up, step into realization, step into awareness of why does this keep showing up in my life, and what is it that I need to do to change it, or what is it that what is the lesson that is coming for me. That is a very powerful card, actually. And your new moon message is embrace the flow of life. And perhaps the realization is that some of you are not embracing the flow. Some of you are overthinking. Some of you are too much in your mind. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see what's going on with you. This week I picked from 5 different oracle and tarots, and we're just going rando. So you got 2 of these tarots. We got the Queen of Coins, which is shown up. This world, this Capricorn energy has shown up since Aries. So interesting. The Queen of Coins is like a mother energy, but it's also a career, ambitious, studies, what have you. But it's like someone who is comfortable making money, someone comfortable administering, organizing, and has the world in her hands, the sun in her hands, never mind. And then the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Seven of Swords in Aquarius energy. And the Seven of Swords usually is deception, dishonesty, discomfort. So let's see what that means. Death is I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Yes, they are. So change is here. Health. Surrender. I'll put the same. No, not the same. Six of Cups. I'll explain it when I get there. Lunar eclipse. Change. I love it. Change. All right, guys. This is very interesting energy is showing up here. Let's make sure you see everything. The lunar eclipse is when the Earth is like the sun and the moon and the Earth is in between, and the Earth is like hiding. It's like creating a big shadow on the sun, right? So when I see this, this is like massive change coming your way, Cancer, like a disruptive change, even like an unexpected change. So what is going on here? I mean, Death, Seven of Swords, the Six of Cups. Let's just start with the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is, the sixes are harmony, cups is emotions, but you see she's looking on to this palace world from across, and almost in awe and remembering, right? She's remembering how beautiful that world is for her. This is Six of Cups is nostalgia, is like living in the past, is living as in your childhood, going back to your childhood, remembering good times, and maybe having a hard time with focusing on this new, like always looking to the past and saying, oh, it was so much better then than it is now, kind of thing. Not really enjoying the present now moment. That could be it. But like health is like taking care of yourself, self-care. It's whatever it is that can help you take your mind off of this. Surrendering, detaching from old stories. So I just feel like some of you are holding on. That's what it is. Some of you are holding on to an old pattern, an old way of, an old behavior of yours, an old habit. Like you're attaching yourself to how you used to be in a certain relationship, and you're bringing it into how you should be right now into it, but you're a totally different person, right? Or you're attaching to how to someone that has left the earth or is still here. You're still attaching to those feelings, right? It's just like this feeling of you hanging on to an old, and you're being asked to surrender and let it go. You're and I almost feel the lunar eclipse is coming in because you've been hanging on so strong, Cancer, that lunar eclipse has to like create a disruption in your life for you to move away from it, for you to put it to bed, for you to say, okay, this is how I was, and this is what happened before, and this has taught me a big lesson, and this has been like really helpful for me in the past, but I am no longer that person anymore. That is an old version, and this is my new version. And it's saying okay to change. It's okay to death. Death is gone. Change is here. You know, like I always say, I don't believe in death because the soul lives on forever, but the physical does leave the earth. But it's time to accept this new version of you, and that is what's going on here. And how do you want to do it? Do you want to get quiet and get more mindful with yourself? Go into meditation, yoga, Pilates. What is it? Stretching, walking, hugging a tree. How do you want to do that? Take care of your health. Maybe it's time for a detox. Maybe it's time for a juice cleanse. Maybe it's time to just like do a water cleanse. Change the way you drink your water. I use alkaline water. It's like changed my whole like life. My skin is so much better. Everything. Like it's just a way of like making a big change in your life here. I don't really like the Seven of Swords here. To me, it feels like there's someone around you that is maybe impeding this change too, not helping you make this move in your life. It's like the Seven of Swords. Could it be this Queen of Pentacles in your life, which is a Capricorn energy or Earth energy? It could be someone. No, I'm not getting that though. I'm asking. It's not this person. This person is someone that can help you with the change. The Queen of Coins. So the Seven of Swords is almost. Like you're ready to make a change. You're ready to open that door for that new path to open up. But maybe you keep meeting the same pattern in your life. Maybe they keep meeting the same partner, man, woman that keeps showing up, and you keep questioning your life. Maybe you're falling back into these bad habits again, so you keep remaining behind the keyhole. That's this feeling I'm having, like the embrace the flow of life. Like you're not allowing the flow of life to, like you're stopping the flow by remaining in an old. And that's why you're maybe so anxious, and maybe that's why you're so angry with yourself. That could be you too. And maybe some of you have started, you're eating like, again, I don't feel like it's like food that much about, but maybe you're eating things that are your soul's like, no, that's not right for you, kind of thing. You have to start listening to your soul. Maybe you're too much on the cell phone. You're too much on your smartphones. You're too much watching TV. Too much like doing the same. You're needing to make a big change in your life. Like the Six of Cups is speaking to me of that. Like you are forever staying, like fearing the new. Even though you know the new is going to be much better. You're like, oh, it looks so beautiful, but I'm comfortable here. I'm going to stay here. So surrender is like it's time to detach from this imagery. This old. You're holding on. But also there could be someone around you that's so be careful here. Whenever I see the Seven of Swords, I always feel like there could be someone around you feeding you with things that you want to hear. Just be careful with them. That's all I'm saying. When I'm not looking at all the cards because so many different cards, the death, the health with the Seven of Swords, it's like could also be your drinking a lot, smoking a lot, like smoking a lot of weed, like excessive on something that could be a little bit harmful to your health. So be careful of that as well. There could be someone around you like forcing and like, come on, let's just do it. Just come on, like eat, come on, like kind of thing, and you're not feeling it. It's time to listen. That's what I'm saying. Pay attention to your body, listening to your heart. change is here. There could be a female around you that is older than you that can help you through this, who is more like logical earth sign that could help you through this, get you grounded. So pay attention to that. But for sure, lunar eclipse to me is like something is coming to wake you up in a certain way. It could be like an unexpected, like a sudden path change, right? And you're like, oh my God, what is this? So it could be like a different person approaching you to date, you know, or the person, or it could be you feel like doing belly dancing, or you know, something completely, and it's like, oh. Or it could just be you know, I don't want to say these things, but you could lose your job, you could do this, but those are blessings, and these are things that we need to look at. Whenever something disruptive happens in our life, it's not a coincidence, it is a guidance, it's a blessing. So whatever's coming in for you, Cancer, get ready, because change is here. Pay attention to what it feels, doesn't feel so great around you. Pay attention to how you feel. Pay attention to what is that person's bringing you. Step into that awareness, but you are holding on to a past that can no longer ever exist anymore, because we are not in those energies anymore. So go with the flow and go and open those doors. Those doors are opening up for you. So I'm going to give you a love card. These hearts. Cool. Okay. Let's see which one is for Cancer. This one. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. That's pretty powerful. Look inside, babies. Looking inside is the most uncomfortable thing ever, because it's like the deepest and darkest mirror that you could ever find. But even if you listen to this and you say, I'm not going to do this, I think you're going to get a wake-up call anyways this week or the next week or whatever, because I feel like something is urging you to make this change. Powerful messages coming to you, my beautiful Cancer. So now, if this didn't resonate, you check your rising and your moon. I also want you to check where your Pisces is in your birth chart, because it's important for you to know how to work around it. Like, let's say I said, like, Pisces is in your Mercury. Like I said if Mercury is the planet of communication, you might speak too emotionally this week. So just be careful, right? Be attentive and aware. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm giving away weekly readings every week in February, so just have to add a comment and I'll pick from there. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We got abundance. I mean, when I saw this card, I was like, finally, Leo's got something good here. Abundance is all these beautiful animals. She's in the forest. She's holding a fox. This is just the beautiful full moon, a hunter moon. Really nice. So hunter is usually in September, whereas like the fall season arises. So it's like gathering of foods. There's like a feeling of, could be of Empress energy as well. It's like this, maybe your projects that you've been working on for the longest time and your jobs, something's coming of it. Or it doesn't have to always be about career, it could be about love. Something is coming in that feels fruitful and loving with these beautiful animals. So I just like, wow, I'm so happy to see this. So like, I was like, yay. And then we have your new moon message, which is lighten up. So a lot of you have been carrying this, a lot of heavy energies, and I understand why, because it's been a bit like rough, it's been a bit rocky, and I could see it in all the comments. A lot of Leos like watching this, and it's hard, it's challenging to go through life always like unsure and uncertain, but things are you know, we have to go through these bumpy roads for us to see the light, right? We can't, it's not just like, oh, I'm light and that's it. No, we're here clearing our vessels, and we're doing the work, and you're doing the work as well. So keep at it, because abundance is coming your way. This week, I've picked from 5 different decks, Oracle and Tarot, and we're changing it up. So you got the 5 of Wands, which is a Leo energy. 5 of Wands starts off this reading in struggle and competition, but we'll see where it takes us. The 7 of Coins, indecision, adventure. I love it. It looks like adventure here too, 7 of Coins, so maybe that could be that. Adventure. Health. The 6 of Swords. That's an adventure for sure. Oh, you got 2 cards like this. The 9th of House. The 9th of House. Wow, man. The 9th house, which is Sagittarius. Faith. And Cancer, I feel. Okay, what is up here? What is going on here? Put Cancer and health together. And so definitely a movement happening here. I almost feel like with the 5 of Wands, you see the 7 of Coins? 7 of Coins is usually about, 7 of Coins is not indecision. The 7 of Coins is growth and patience. Like having planted your seeds and now waiting patiently for it to arrive. But if we look at this specific card, it almost feels like there's like a curvy road ahead. So 7s are having faith, which is interesting because the 9th house is here, in your decisions. It's also a truth and consequences, 7s. It's also this beautiful energy of this year is moving into your knowing and trusting, right? Trusting that, yeah, there is a little bit of a labyrinth ahead of us, but all the hard work I've put in, all the time, the energy I've put in, it's going to reap its benefits. When I look at all these cards together, all the tarots together, there's like if you look at this, here there's a whole bunch of people around you still trying to obstruct this path of yours, whichever path it is. Still trying to come between you and your abundance, between you and your next steps. I really still feel someone here. Someone a little jealous, someone, are they conscious about their jealousy? I kind of think they are. 5 of Wands is change. Like if you look, they're these sticks, you know, they're like, it's like a little battle kind of thing. I almost feel like some of you are, I don't know what, like if you're wanting to change your career, you're wanting to move into a new job or relationship even. There's something you've been trying this whole past few weeks and months to move into, And this same person that has been stopping you the past few weeks is still here. Or it could be many people, but or family. It could be like holding you back from making the move. That's not nice. That's not nice. But you're like, you have faith, and the Six of Swords is actually moving away, is moving past all these people here that are trying to hold you back. So is it only other people? It could be yourself holding you back, because we have Cancer here. I feel Cancer is like, it's home and family, but it's also like internalizing your emotions. Wow, there's just a lot going on here. Let's see what's going on. There, like when I see the Six of Swords and the Adventure card, it's like if you're thinking about going away and moving on to something new, if you're thinking of trying a new project, trying a new job, a new relationship, it's like go for it, regardless of who's trying to hold you back. Like, I mean, the ninth house is travel. It's education. It's moving to something new, learning something new about yourself. I just feel like you are you're there. The door is open and it's time to make that move. Yeah, it's all here in the cards. I see it now. And the health card is, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Yes, you will. And you'll talk to your cells because that's how you heal. But also the health card is, maybe there's a change of lifestyle that is in order. Maybe there is this eating better, drinking better, what have you. But I truly believe that not every single person is made the same way, so the foods is how you feel. Like, listen into your soul. Like for me, I just ask, am I allowed to eat this? No. This? No. And I listen. But most of us don't listen, and we're like, no, it's bullshit, right? And then we understand later on that it was like, okay. So listen in, and maybe this is also you starting a new healing practice, or you getting healed by others, or it's like meditation, mindfulness, the whole kit and caboodle, whatever it is that makes you feel 100%, because we are ultimately healthy beings. It's just how, because we don't listen to ourselves, we dishonor our body, our vessel. But some of you might be going into healing. And maybe some of you with the herbal medicine, homeopathy, something like that. That could be that's coming up right now. Or, I don't know, I just got this because I saw adventure right next to it. Like maybe going to a retreat, like communities, planting gardens. I'm seeing that in my head. So maybe that could be one of you out there. Do it. Is what I'm feeling to do. Like Cancer is the fourth house of home and family, and here we have the ninth house, which is Sagittarius. So like Cancer, water, fire, not a really best combination, but it's a very interesting that they're showing up here. Like if you look at this faith, there's a Ouija board, there's a palmistry. Like maybe some of you are being called into really go into palmistry or like tarot reading, or start to learn something. Maybe it's gonna awaken something within you. That could be it too. Yeah, I know. Like this health card is showing up more and more to me. So I really feel like maybe some of you will travel to South America or Central America. I don't know why that's coming in. Or Europe, or whatever, just to and tap into your knowing, and maybe make a home there. Cancer card. But you are being asked, like 5 plus 5 is 10. A new adventure. You're being asked to move into something. The Six of Swords is showing that to you. It's like time to step away from these heavy energies. And it doesn't mean, the Six of Swords doesn't mean that you walk away and you leave your heavy energy home. You bring it with you too. And you work through it there. But at the same time, we need you like stepping into something completely new. Because even the Seven of Pentacles here feels like that. You're already in something new. And like you've started a project, you've started a business, you got a new job, and like money's really slow. I feel like money's like stagnant almost for you, and you're like, what the frick? But it's coming slowly. Patience. You know, everything happens for a freaking reason. I truly believe that. And it's like we just impatient. We're like, no, I need the money now. Maybe you're gonna get a big windfall in 2 months from now, but you didn't want to wait for it, so you created a new path, and now you lost that. But you have no idea, right? You lost it, and now you're just gonna make that extra $100. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's like we always creating these blockages. It's time to live life to the fullest with this adventure. Have faith that whatever is being delivered to you and given to you, whether it's a happy thing or whether it's a obstacle or detour, they're all blessings. And they're all to be taken as they come. So regardless of these people that are around you trying to hold you back from taking this adventure, you need to go. And not every single Leo is going to step on a plane and go to Costa Rica or whatever, but there is a feeling of stepping into your awareness, changing your health habits, your lifestyle, changing how you eat, how you like exercise, like changing that. Maybe there's like a need for a detox here with the health, a juice cleanse, just changing it up. What everyone who's here in the northern hemisphere, spring is coming, so there's that whole like renewal. But there is something happening here, like a change of faith. It could be a change of faith, religious or whatever, but you becoming more spiritually connected with yourself and with others, and really going in and listening. Leo is like, Leo's very more external. It's like very roar and like spotlight, but it's time to go a little bit in. Start listening in to yourself. I don't know, I just feel like this ninth house showing up with these two images feel to me like some of you are tapping into something greater, and maybe you're having a harder time understanding what it is, but all you need to do is like listen in, or take an appointment with me or listen in. I don't know why I keep getting like going to this health card. I feel like some of you might need to get go do some natural remedies or herbs, or start eating more greens. So I don't know who is it for, but it's for one of you out there. It's like a constant, and I'm getting basil, thyme, rosemary. I'm getting all these like interesting, evergreen. I don't know what that means, but yeah. So, I mean, I know what that means. It's a tree, but I don't know why it's coming in. So, lighten up, abundant. I just feel like there's a movement and a change happening for you, Leo, for the better. And even if there's this Five of Wands character around you, or if it's you even struggling with yourself and not wanting to make these changes, there is this time to step into a new adventure, and it's time to listen. So if you're getting this call to go. If you're getting a call to make a change, do it. That's the message coming through. And just know that everything is already set in place. We are here living our ancient future, so we're reliving always a future moment that we've already lived, if you understand that. And so try to imagine something different each day. Live life outside of the routine, outside of this kind of energy, and have faith. That's all I gotta say for you, because I kind of like this adventure card. It's time. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, Leo. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also check where Pisces is in your birth chart this week. It could affect you in whatever planet it is in. And do like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm giving weekly giveaways if you leave a comment. I love you, and I will see you next week. And enjoy these freaking energies. And before I forget, I'm gonna give you a love card. I forgot. Love card for Leo. Well, this is for the people who actually listen to me, because some people I know just shut me down. So here you go. This is your reward. Alrighty then, Leo. Leo. No. We got 2 cards for you, Leo. We got this beautiful card. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. I love it, love it, love it. And this sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Beautiful cards. I'll show you again if you want to take a screenshot. So you already know the answer, like we've already told you before, right? Listen in. There's a beautiful energy. If you're already in relationships, there's a nice, beautiful, sacred union coming up. If you're not, then there's just you going within and really listening, because that's all that you really need to do in this lifetime. I love you, Leo, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got the pass. I mean, what a freaking beautiful card. It's also an 8, which is your month, right? If you're born in August, of course. So 8 is like power. And this path, I love this card. I just love it. It's like she's standing at the bottom of the ladder, which is like a little bit rickety. And then there's this portal energy. And she's unsure, which every single human gets to this path and is always like, what do I do? Do I go up this rickety, it might break down, but do I go up into it? Oh my God, do I climb on this ladder or not? You know, it's always that moment you're at that crossroads and you're like, but look, my life is kind of beautiful here. Why would I want to go there? But the path is showing up to you because it's your time to make a change. Some of you are at a crossroads in your life. Do I leave this very amazing job that I'm earning a lot of money to open my dream project job? Do I leave this really comfortable relationship that I've been in for 30 years or 20 years or 10 years or 5 years and go to this relationship that feels a little uncomfortable, but it feels right? Do I stay in this school? Do I stay in this friendship that I've been like, it's always this like, it's, for me, it's like moving into the uncomfortable. But the uncomfortable is where we need to be. Like, if we remain always on the same trajectory, then you're just reliving because I believe that we're from the future, right? So we've come back into this present time, and here we are reliving the same shit over again instead of making something new. And here you have these portals that open up, these pathways that open up all through your life. You know that if you go back into your life, you're like, frick, man, if I had, you know, but it's too late to do the ifs, because it is what it is. You chose that path. But regardless, this will always show up, whether it's now, in 10 years, in 20 years. It's like, this is where you need to be. So why don't you just take it and go for it, and stop thinking of what if and should I. Freaking climb the rickety ladder, my beautiful Virgos. And your new moon in Pisces message is open to change. And it's exactly this. It's like, I know it's difficult for you sometimes for change. It's difficult to like make that move because you're comfortable, but it's time to get uncomfortable. Pisces. Why are you Pisces? Because those are the new moon. Virgo. Okay, Virgo, let's go. This week I picked from 5 different decks, Oracle, and just to change things up, because that's how I do. So let's see what came out for you. You got the King of Cups, which is a Scorpio energy. Let's just see what's going on. We got loneliness, parenting, perseverance, which is kind of you, the Emperor, which is an Aries energy, Jupiter return, which is freaking phenomenal, and Mars, which is an Aries or Scorpio. So funny. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. So very interesting, but it's force. It's being the warrior that you are. It's going full force ahead into things. So let's look at all these energies here. The King of Cups is like this. Some of you, I see parenting here, so I'm gonna just hone in a certain. Some of you are maybe partnered with a King of Cups, or maybe you are a King of Cups, you know. And I just feel like an amazing father figure, amazing like male in your life that is that has parented you well, or you are that parent kind of thing. Or there's someone in your life that is like open and romantic and good listener, like that brings you up, that elevates your children as well, or you do that, you know what I'm saying? So either you are it or they are it, but there's just a very beautiful communication. I like it, very nice. But then there's a loneliness here, so put this here for now. No, I'm going to bring it back, because loneliness is not a bad thing to me. I almost feel like maybe some of you, let's look at this like this. The Emperor and Mars and perseverance. The Emperor energy is this strong, hardworking, loyal, steadfast, also a bit like controlling energy in your life. That could be you. You know, hard workers. Virgos are hard workers. With this Mars showing up, always like thinking of. I mean, most of the Virgos I know have really high power jobs, very good. Like, not every single one of you, obviously, but you're very focused and determined. Perseverance. So a lot of you could be in these high power jobs, or in this like very opinionated, you know, very strong characters, and it's a little bit hard for you to make this change when this path starts to open up for you. And maybe that's why you feel a little bit lonely, because you have this beautiful energy around you. The King of Cups is very supportive and encouraging, whether it's a male or female around you. That is a really good parent, someone who is willing to guide you, but also willing to take on your heaviness, kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling here for some of you. Obviously not every single one of you. You could have a father around you that is taking off some load off your back as well. But you're feeling lonely in your movement, in your trajectory, because you are not really like you're afraid. You're afraid of making a move. That's what it is. I'm looking at these cards because I know there's a Virgo watching me, but then there's like, I'm gonna just like the King of Cups, parent, perseverance. So it's very interesting. So you can text me about this. This is like Mars, because the Emperor and the King of Cups is completely different energy at all. This is like look, it's that tiger energy of forcefulness almost, kind of manipulation, control, and the King of Cups is not that at all. Even though he could be, and as being a Scorpio, could be manipulative with his love. That's very interesting, actually. But I'm not seeing that in this reading right now. It could be for you in your thing, but right now I see this as someone who's very supportive, and you are trying very hard to make this next move in your life, and you're being weighed down by a lot of pressure, and the pressure is coming from yourself to yourself. Because I feel like you could be making a lot of money, or you could be really happy where you are in a corporation or institution, kind of feeling very you have an important, powerful position. You are a go-getter. You're bringing in a lot of money, kind of thing, and you're fearing this change that's coming up. And you know in your heart of hearts that you need to make this change. You need to walk through that portal. You need to climb up that ladder. And it might be a lonely road ahead for you. It might feel like you're lonely, but it's not. You're not alone. No one is alone. And so I know that I'm never alone. Like that's what it says underneath. No one is lonely. It feels like that because you're making these like massive decisions in your life, but know that the only decision that you need to make is the one that comes from here and not from here. And the Emperor is that decision, is the mind, is the ego decision. What else am I seeing? Because the Jupiter return, like I was saying, is amazing. It's like good luck is coming your way, abundance, destiny is like, this is your destiny. Where you find yourself right now is exactly where you're supposed to be with Jupiter return. But it's like an amazing fortune coming your way, an amazing like a turn of events, like an amazing turn of events is going to happen. But for me, I feel like it will happen when you move through the portal, right? When you make that move. Like stop standing here at the bottom of it and watching other people, like looking at the opportunity and saying, oh, that's such a great opportunity, but I'm just going to stay here for now because it's where I'm comfortable. Like take your perseverance and move it through that hole. This is what I see here. I mean, there's so many different ways I could look at these cards. There's so many cards to look at. Because it could also be like, I could completely change it up and say this King of Cups is being very territorial with you, being very possessive. emotionally possessive with you and like forceful almost on your children or yourself, and you're feeling like a little lonely here. That could be that too, but this Jupiter return makes me think that it's not the case, because this is like an amazing card. It's like something coming good your way. So if this is actually happening in your life, that there is something very uncomfortable and it comes in a male form, this could be a sign to step away from it and not involve yourself in it anymore, because it's holding you back from this Jupiter return. This change, there's a change coming your way, honeys, and you need to be on that train. And let's say you parenting, let's say you had a really bad childhood, or it was traumatic for you. I know it's like your tarot reader saying stop holding on to that, but it is. It's like let it go. Say goodbye to the emperor that forced his hand on you, or his words, or whatever. It's your time to shine. Use that perseverance that you have so well when it comes to your job, and when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your home and family, and use it for yourself and get out of that. Because to me, whatever I'm seeing here, it's definitely a personal journey of you stepping outside of something that is been comfortable for you for your whole life, and now you're moving into something new. And it really is about you taking that chance, moving into that. Because Jupiter return, I can even read it to you in the book so you could see what it is. Oh, I even opened it. Okay. Jupiter return card implies good fortune and prosperity in many areas, not just financial or material. Dreams manifest into reality at this time. You're in a kingly or queenly place right now. Bigger goals and plans now rule your life. It is time to put laziness aside and buckle down for some dramatic changes, mostly positive. Great fortune is ahead of you, so don't look back, away from it, and proceed from the dream in an outward way. Love and romance takes on a sweetness, a sense of friendship. You can be who you are with the addition of acceptance. And it's like I don't know. And generosity, you may attract many potential lovers at this time, so choose wisely, or the relationship could be very short-lived. Oh. And also be careful of indulging in too much to eat or drink. All right, so those are the negatives. Love others with grace and patience. Know that generosity is its own reward. Keep the expansive energy of Jupiter flowing. It's just a beautiful card. Earned luck, fortune, reward. So I mean, like, things are coming your way, and it's up to you to like release yourself from this limitations that you've given yourself, because you can't leave that really high power job. You can't leave that that family member, that friend. You can't leave that because of whatever. It's time to move into this new thing. It's time for change, my beautifuls. That's the message of the week. I'm going to also give you a love message with these Lovers Oracle. Oh, one. There's 2 cards. Oh, we got 2 messages coming your way. We have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy. And then we have this card. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Criticize? Come on. Not Virgos. Virgos never criticize. Very beautiful. Passion coming up for you. Stop criticizing each other. Start loving each other. It is what it is. There's no changing your partners. And, you know, like last week I talked a lot about this. Love is unconditional. There's no if, and, but about it. And compassion. And no, compassion? Is that what I said? No. Compromise is only a 3D construct. You can watch that in my other video. But here you guys have some work to do, but some trusting to do with yourselves. Go through, make the moves, make the change. Jupiter return means luck, abundance, love, everything. So enjoy these energies, my beautiful Virgos. As usual, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also check your rising and your moon for other messages, and also check where your Pisces lands in which planets in your birth chart. There could be something to pay attention to because Pisces is super emotional. All right, I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We got darkness, the long night moon. So, darkness. Darkness is a funny thing because a lot of people have such a negative view on darkness. Whereas darkness, if you see this, the moon here, it's like it could be a no, this is just a reflection. Okay, I was gonna say an eclipse, but it's not. There's this path that leads into we can't see because it's too dark to see. There's this lonely tree standing here and a lonely rabbit. Rabbits are known to be quick, and yet he's at this pathway and he's like, do I jump into the darkness? Do I, like, he's almost assessing and calculating his way. This darkness card almost makes me feel like the hermit card, you know, the light and the dark kind of card, listening to his wisdom. I feel like some of you are at this threshold, have been here for a while, Libra. You keep coming back to this. You're a very interesting sign to me because, you know, you're the balance sign and you're the scales, right? I almost feel like you go up and down like your scales because I feel like there are moments where you're on a high and there's moments when you dip down low. And in this moment, it's like dip down low. What does that mean? It's just mostly like you being confronting that which you've been repressing for the longest time. And the darkness is revelatory. Like the darkness can reveal some of your strongest points, right? Some of your weakest points. But what is strong, what is weak, right? Your weakness could be your strength. I'm feeling here that some of you are on a precipice of making a massive change in your life. And it looks ominous to you. But the path is lit, right? So I almost feel like even if you go into the dark, the path will always be lit anyways, giving you a clear, a clearing anyways, right? Clearing of the vessel, clearing. So some of you are at a point in your life where a big change is, you're not feeling your best, but like I've said in other signs, not feeling your best is usually a blessing from the God, from universe, from creator, because it's making you step into your awareness, making you say, okay, why am I not feeling like this? Oh, I thought I saw a rabbit. That's hilarious. Oh my God. So it's like you're a beautiful being of light, and anything that is uncomfortable to you is needing to be addressed by you. So let's see. You're interesting. Your new moon message is leave the past behind. So what does this say is that some of you are holding on to the past. You're holding on to the past, holding on. And this looks scary to you. Looks this tree standing alone in the pasture. That's going to be you if you don't leave behind this relationship, if you don't leave behind the family member that's like up your ass, if you don't leave behind the job that's weighing you down, if you don't leave behind your ideologies and your belief systems that are just limited. That, and this is where you're going to end up, and that's where we all are on this journey. We are all alone. Like at one point we were alone and we're looking around and like, wow, nobody's aligned with me, nobody's on the same page as me, until we all meet each other like we are meeting right now. And I know a lot of you are here and you're like, oh my God, right? Because we connect at a soul level. Leaving your past behind means moving into this new beautiful energy of imagination, of newness. But a lot of people fear that newness. But that's where we're heading. And why hold on to a past that just makes you feel weighty and comfortable? So Libra, got some work to do. So let's see. This week I'm picking from 5 different decks because that's how I do. We're making changes. We have the 7 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. The 7 of Cups with this big eye in the middle is like daydreaming. But this one looks like having big visions. It's like changing the way you look at things. I like it. Okay. The 8 of Wands is communication, movement, freedom, change. Leadership. Look at this. Beautiful energy. Stepping into our leadership role, Libra. Change. I love when it all shows up. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love when these cards make sense. Awakening. Judgment card. Scorpio. 2 Scorpio cards showing up for you. 8 of Wands is Sagittarius. Change. 4th house, which is Cancer. Roots. Putting down the roots. Don't be like this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This tree and the roots. I don't know. Everything is just amazingly working out for you here, Libra. You know, when all feels like uncomfortable like it does right now, it definitely feels uncomfortable. I can feel it for you. But it's because change is a miss. You are coming into, oh my God, I have goosebumps all over my legs. I love when it happens. It's like, you know, this 4th house has the 28th, which is 10, which is a 1, a new beginning. 7 is the 2023, is this age of something new happening. You know, 9, we're coming to the end of something. 8, power within you, confidence. I mean, the awakening is the 21 card. It's the 3. It's stepping into your creativity, your abundance. It's like flow. I mean, change is the death card. Is the 13. Is a 4. Is establishing foundation. I mean, there's like so many beautiful numbers, but for me here, you are being asked to step into something completely new. You are holding on. You're holding on tightly to your 4th house, your roots, your home, your family, your friends, the things that have made you feel comfortable in this past lifetime, the things that have made you who you thought made you who you were, but they haven't, because you are light. Because you are awakening into this, knowing that I am not my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. I am not anybody. I am me. And I don't owe anyone anything. And I Do not need to attach to these stories. No longer. No longer. You are moving into something freeing. And it's coming kind of quickly with this Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like, it's an eagle here. It's freedom, flying. Change. I mean, look at this. I grow and evolve with movement, right? Like, it's like there's a change coming, and it's asking you to open your third eye, and you can close your physical eyes. These are not even necessary anymore. We need to open this. We open this. Open your eyes in your soul and tap into that awareness, because that is where you need to be. I really feel like some of you are being weighed down by family, partnerships, relationships, things that have felt very rooted for you for the longest time, things that have felt secure and stable, but you're not, you're emerging to me like a butterfly almost. It's like you're tapping in. The leadership I want to talk about. You're tapping into your leadership. You're tapping into your spiritual greatness. And people, I know I have a lot of people that will say, oh, spiritual, blah, blah, blah. It's not blah, 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 right? Maybe I'm using the wrong words, but you are light. And you are beautiful energy. Everything is energy in this world, including you. And we get bogged down by family responsibilities, by like home, by owning homes, rent. Like, we get bogged down by the material, by everything around us that we feel is part of us, but really it's not. There are just lessons here. There are discomforts that we've brought into our lives because we're living in this human vessel, but we are much more than this. And you are coming to the realization of this with this awakening. You're learning not to judge yourself. You're learning not to judge others. You're learning, you're learning to hone in on you and where you need to be next, kind of thing. And if you need to be here looking at this path, then you need to be there. But know that, trust that God, creator, source, is going to take you to where you need to be. Like, you don't always have to bring on these burdens. And if you have to be the tree, then so be it. Don't fear the tree, the solitude. Don't fear the dark. The dark is you. For me, this is all you holding on. You're attaching to an old you, an old version of self. And you're being asked to move. You might get some communication, someone might be calling you, an old friend of yours might be calling you, an old family, an old relationship, someone might be coming, texting, emailing, whatever, that triggers something inside you. That could be it too. That maybe wants you to step up in your job, step up in your, maybe become a TED talker, or whatever, like a TED talker, or like just share your experiences, write a book. I don't know what it is, but something changing is coming. Something's going to change. Have faith, my beautiful Libras, because you're there. And I just feel like really strongly that I know that a lot of you are holding on to something that feels right to you because it's been with you for the longest time, or you've been doing it for the longest time, so that's what feels right. But I don't see, I see that you're needing some, like a move to happen. Maybe some of you are moving, thinking of moving somewhere else. I think it's a little uncomfortable, but it's really deep within you. And it's time to start listening to that. You're needing to listen. You're needing to either, I don't know, leadership. What does that mean? Maybe you're in a job and you're going to get a higher role. Maybe you have a company and you're going to move into a higher role. Like, are you going to start teaching, showing something? Are you going to share your knowledge, whether it's on stage, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's writing? What does leadership mean to you? I just feel like you're going to be tapping into your knowing, and it's because you've been through the dark. I really do feel like some of you are being asked, because I know that in the past few months, a lot of you have been holding on to your past, and you've been asked to make a move, and you probably haven't. So this is another advice coming in. And I'm telling you this is, obviously you're not going to listen. You don't have to do everything I say here, but I feel like this move is where you need to be, Libra. It's here for a reason. It's coming in and asking you to, you might have to uproot something in your life, but this is your journey. This is awakening. It's the card right before the world, before making the big change in your life. It's now. So whatever it is that you feel like you need to make a change in your life, its time is now. Open up that third eye of yours. Really go deep inside. Really ask. I mean, you don't have to go so deep inside, by the way. You just have to ask. You just have to go in and say, do I need to do this? Yes. Okay. And listen and trust it. All right. I'm leaving you with this, my beautiful Libras, because I can go on and on and on. Oh, I'm going to give you a love card for this week as well. So Libra, what is the love card for them? Libra, please. This is the card. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, people. Oh my God. For life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Say goodbye to the past and imagine your next now moment. Because that's where we're at this moment in time. Imagine the next now moment while you're sitting here at that crossroads. Imagine what you're going to see next. And you will see it if you believe. All right, my beautiful Leos. Leos. Why am I saying this? I'm making everybody Libras. I love you. Check your rising, your moon. Also check where Pisces lands in your birth chart, because Pisces is super emotional. It would be really interesting to look at it. If you don't know what it means, you could just text me a comment and I'll tell you in the comments. I love you. And like, comment, share, subscribe. And every week I'm giving a giveaway, so leave a comment below. I love you so much. Have a great one. Everything happens for a reason. You got this. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got self-reflection, people. I mean, of course you got this. I love it. I love that you got this, actually. It's interesting that we have these two, and say, oh, it's probably like the duality within us. Looking at, okay, this is mirror work. It's like clear as day. Now you know, you've been following me, you know that I talk about mirror work a lot. And there's all this water behind you, so very emotional time. Of course it is, to do mirror work. So some of you are in the midst of reflecting. You're in the midst of going deep in mirror work. Is, you know, I post about this a lot. It's very intense. It's like facing your demons kind of thing. It's facing you know, everyone in our life is a mirror. We're constantly walking in a hall of mirrors, right? So every single person, everybody you meet, even like the most inane person that you think is insignificant, is a mirror to you. Because why? Because you create your own reality. Because you have created this illusion around you. So whatever is in your vicinity is yours alone. So what's going on right now in your life, Scorpio, that you feel this need to be constantly in front of that mirror? You must be going through a lot of heavy energy clearing. And it's like, what do we do when we come face to face with things? We overeat, we drink, we smoke, we over exercise, we focus, you know, like that's something to pay attention to. Actually just came into my awareness, is when we overdo something, watch, like you watch that series and you watch 5 seasons like I did last weekend, like insane in the membrane. It's because we're avoiding the mirror that's staring us right in the face. So it's something like self-reflection is maybe the most potent work that you can do as a soul on this planet Earth. And it's showing up here because some of you are either going through it, but if you look at her, the mirror, she's almost drowning. It's like, so how are you, I just feel like it's like you're going deep into it. But 17, such an important number for me. I don't know if it's for you too, but okay, let's see. Your message of the week from the Pisces new moon is be proud of yourself, which I can't, which I concur, because anyone who is going consciously through this mirror work needs to pat themselves on the back, because it's not easy. There's like very uncomfortable energies that come up and we have to face them, and a lot of us just move away from it. So this week I'm picking from 5 different decks because I felt like a change was necessary. So we're going to start with this one, Strength card. You need all the strength in the world to do this, definitely. We have Judgment, Scorpio energy. We have Environment, Spirituality, the 10 of Swords. I'm going to explain everything to you, obviously. And Chiron, Healing. Chiron is an asteroid, and it's a healing. Eight and eight. Wow. The 44 is 8. I mean, 8s are powerful numbers: strength, confidence, self-esteem, healing. So a lot is stirring up for you this week. As far as an environment, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? Environment is your environment, perhaps, that you need to hang around people that will strengthen and support you and be very encouraging. Environment could be the climate change, but I don't want to talk about that right now. Sorry. And maybe you're part of this. Maybe you are helping the planet or involved in groups like this. But to me, it feels, it doesn't resonate with me, so I cannot talk about something that does not 100% resonate with me. So for me, environment speaks of your environment, your physical, your emotional, that's judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Judgment is the Scorpio card, is the 21, is the judgment card in the tarot. The Ten of Swords is a Gemini energy. The Ten of Swords looks really great in this card, but in the original it's like a person lying on the back with 10 swords stabbed inside his body. It's just so you understand. So to me, this week is like heavy duty week for you. Maybe some of you are in the process of having to face a relationship or having to face your job, whatever. I can go through all of the details of it, but really I feel like it's you. That's all it is. You're facing off with yourself this week. And you're asking yourself not to judge yourself, and you're asking yourself not to judge others, but you're asking yourself mostly not to judge yourself, because maybe there is a change that you want to make in your life, and maybe a change you want to make in your environment, which is like moving away from your current home, changing your career, developing a project, stepping into a new hobby. You know what I'm saying? That just change. Everybody's getting a little bit of change happening here. Moving into awareness, spirituality's showing up here. Moving into like elevating yourself without judging yourself. Without judging your paths that you've decided to take, without judging the challenges that you're feeling as you face this mirror. I feel like what's happening here for you is, you know, like I always commend you, Scorpio, because you are the one who goes deep, deep, deep. And here we see you going really deep because she's almost drowning in the emotions. And you're with the Ten of Swords, it's like you're releasing yourself from this, all this mental anguish, all this thought. I feel like a lot of you are I don't know why this is coming up for me, but it's almost like you're judging yourself at a spiritual level. You almost see yourself as a little bit of a fraud sometimes, which we all do. And this week could be a bit stronger for you. You're like, I'm so connected, yet I feel so down, right? I feel so shitty. And yet I say to people, and I guide people, and I help people, and I heal, and I listen to others, and yet I'm judgment. Right? This is where you're at this week, I feel. I feel like you're judging yourself at a spiritual, elevated way. You know, like your family bothers you, your friends bother you, like you have like this like ill will like creeps up, and you're like, wow, I'm supposed to be spiritually connected, and yet I'm feeling like this. And I'm like, yo, that's completely normal, right, to feel like that? Because we're human after all. We're light in this human vessel, and we're clearing all this crap, and the only way to clear it is for it to come up. And this is what's happening this week for you. And you're being asked to move into your strength. You're being asked to like be brave as you go through this. And I'm telling you right now, Scorpio, you've been going through this for years now, and it's never ending for any of us. But you go deep, really deep. So whatever's coming up for you is like embrace it. I need you to be the tiger, the ferocious tiger, the lion. They don't run away from fear. They like face it, right? They're like, yeah, even to the big animals bigger than them. They're like, boom, right in their faces. They're like, yup, What do you want? I'm the king of the jungle. I don't care if you're massive and you squash me, right? They're fearless. And this is what I'm getting here, is that you need to be fearless. You need to, like, yeah, okay, that emotion or that past experience keeps coming up. But the reason it's coming up is because you're not forgiving it. So it's going to keep coming up. And it's like, it's time to say goodbye to it. It's time to release it. It's time to look in that mirror. And even if that water climbs up over your head, you say, okay, I'm done. And here is that you're in a like massive healing process with this Chiron showing up here. It's like this female almost with this I don't know what you call this. It's like a freaking like hatchet or something, you know? It's like it's time to step into your warriorness and see the drowning and see the obstacle as the only way you can move forward. It's the only way that you can teach and guide people. Because if you don't go through it, then how can you teach someone? I can't teach you things that I haven't experienced, right? I'm not here to teach you anyways. I'm here just to like talk and to share with you my experiences. And if you align with them, then we walk through this together. So you're here to do the same. But first it's like healing for yourself. First it's like fearlessly looking at your reflection in the mirror and saying, okay, I'm not perfect like everybody else, and we're perfect when we first came in, but we fucked it up as we move through this, and that's what we're trying to dissolve. But be compassionate towards yourself through this all, and try to avoid everyone else around you. Everyone else around you is going to have their opinions. Everyone else around you is going to have their, like, cut into your belief systems and all of that, but let them be. You are not them, they are not you. And that's the way it is. It's time to look at yourself in the mirror, look at the ugly that you think is ugly, because it's probably the most beautiful part of you, and love it, and accept it, and embrace it, and move on. Because we are, you know what, if you think you're ugly now, and you think the whatever, you're, I know that the light bodies, or our original bodies, are uglier. Okay, we're like 13-foot light beings. That some of us are praying mantises. Some of us are like ugly compared to what this is. So, what is ugly? Just love your soul, love yourself, love the fact that you've gotten this far in this lifetime, which is millions, billions of years, and you're here in this last lifetime of yours. What are you going to do about it? You're going to drink your way out of it? You're going to smoke your way out of it? No, you're not going to do any of that. You're going to start to love your way out of this. So you guys are going through something massive here. And it's almost like a spiritual awakening within a spiritual awakening. Like, it's you stop judging yourself within your spirituality. Stop judging yourself within your teachings, within your lessons, within your healing process. Everyone is healing themselves differently. Everyone is a unique blueprint. So has a unique blueprint. So how you're doing it compared to the other healer, the other person, the other whatever, is completely different. No one is the same. Once you wrap your head around that, then that helps you move forward. For me, you are in massive change, changing the way you look at things, changing the way you look at yourself in the mirror, physically and esoterically and etherically. There is, you're saying goodbye to these old hurts, the old stories. It's time to say goodbye as they move outwards, out of your area, like out. You are allowing this change to come in. So interesting, judgment. I thought that was an E, but anyways, okay. I really want to stress this, and I've been stressing this with everybody, that you really need to take all this drowning and all the what feels bad to you as a gift from God, from Source, and from Creator, from the universe. It's here to show you what it is that you've been holding on to. It's here to show you that you are everything and nothing. That you are light. And that everything that you've carried with you, and all these burdens and these heavy weight, this heavy lifting and these traumas and these wounds, is nothing. It needs to go. It's an old story. And it's time to release it. It's time to open the plug of that sinkhole and let it go. You are more than what you think you are, and you are nothing as well. It's hard, we are making this journey so personal when it's not about us, it's about the whole. But first we need to clear ourselves, and this is where you're at, and you're in this healing process. If you need to reach out to people who can help you through the healing process, I have a whole list of amazing Reiki healers or intuitive healers, anything you want. I have I can transfer you over to them. And I don't know, stay strong, stay fearless. You're gonna get through this, and be proud of yourself for every movement that you make. I'm gonna pick a love card for you to add to this reading. Okay, Scorpio, please. Only one for you. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Oh my God. Bye-bye to the past, people. Past, and we move forward. I mean, it's all synced. I love it. All right, Scorpio, this is your reading. I hope that this has helped you. I hope I didn't trigger you too much. Everything I speak to is from my heart to you, and you're not alone in this. So let's go. Let's do this together. So now check your rising, your moon for other messages. Also check where Pisces is in your birth chart this week. Pisces is very emotional, so it could be interesting to pay attention to that. And maybe not, I said it, I don't know where I said it, but if Pisces happens to be in Mercury, and Mercury is your planet of communication, then maybe it's not the best time to do that talk with somebody, right? Okay, so check your right. I already said that. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps with my channel. And if you leave a comment, I will enter you into a weekly giveaway. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. So, a little note, since we're doing some number cards as well. It's 4:44 on my clock here, so that's a really good start here. 4:44 is like an angel number. Your overall energy is beginnings. It's a new moon card, so it's amazing, and it's a 2. 2s are usually choices, decisions that you need to make. So maybe some of you are in the process of making a choice whether you want to stay in the winter or you want to go into spring. Right? Or stay in the blistery life that you're living right now into something refreshing and new. Beginnings, they only start when there's an ending of something. So something in your life is ending, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a career, a move that you've made. Maybe it's the ending of where you live, like, you know, something like an ending of a belief system, an opinion, something that's a value system, that's something close to your heart. It's like you're moving into something new. I love this energy for you, Sagittarius. And your new moon in Pisces message is keep your heart open. As we make these changes, you know, it's often we want to listen to our mind, because our mind controls everything. Basically, all of our lives is controlled by our mind. So if by keeping your heart open, you're listening into your soul, you know, you're tapping into that yes, no, instead of the whys and the whats and the wheres kind of thing. So this is a really beautiful energy. Let's see what the rest has in store for you, Sagittarius. So this week I picked from 5 different decks, just because I like to change it up. We got the Page of Coins, which is the Page of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But here right away, like this card to me speaks of school, studies, learning something new, learning a new vocation, expanding your wisdom, you know, something, stepping into something, a new beginning. I like that. Getting organized, but even also just reading into something. The 6 of Cups speaks of the past, childhood, harmony. Cups is emotions. Sorry, I'm looking at the card, but it's like this. Interesting. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. That's the Alcoholics Anonymous, the Serenity Prayer, I believe. New beginnings. Wow. I love that. Oh my gosh. I love it when it all makes sense. Okay, new beginnings. Personal growth. The Hierophant, which is a Taurus card, which is tradition, sticking to the old. Could be related to the 6 of Cups. And Venus. Love, people. Okay, what a beautiful energy. So, what is going on here? With the page energy is children, or it's something new. Here there's a lot of new beginnings here. Stepping into something new. Like I said before, some of you maybe are expanding on your in your career, in your business, your project, something, you're learning something, you're maybe listening to not listening, but trying some, like a different department, a different field kind of thing. Even that's what I feel too. Maybe some of you are reading a lot. The way I see this here, you're secluding yourself and reading a lot, but I don't see seclusion here. Personal growth speaks of that. That's what it is. You're tapping into something outside of the scope of what you know. Because here, the 6 of Cups and the Hierophant, I will bring them together. Feels like a little part of you is stuck in the old. A little part of you is holding on to how things used to be, how things worked before, how you used to work, study, how you, like a certain routine in your life, a certain way of, or people in your life that you are holding on to because it's like been like this for the longest time. You know, this is that feeling I'm getting with these two cards here. And yet there's all this push for like a refresh, a new renewal when it comes to love. Maybe some of you in the love area are holding on to someone because you've been with them for the longest time, because if you've known them since childhood, that could be it too. But yet I feel like I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. I don't know if I agree with that. you can change things in life, I think. But acceptance to me is a bit weird because it feels limiting. But accepting the fact that you are in a certain situation, perhaps, that you are, that you're feeling the way you feel, like, you know, what happens is that we, like, some of you are ready to start something fresh, something new, and yet there's that old version of yourself, or that old relationship that you've been in, that older story that keeps creeping in, saying, no, come on, man. You have to stay in it. And acceptance is like, no, accept the fact that you need to move into this new story. You need to, it's like, how else are you going to grow if you always remain in the same story, in the same place, with the same person, if things are always moving at the same rate, like everybody's like, oh, it's you know, it's such a happy marriage. We've been married for 40 years, 20 years, and we do the same things every day, and it's just very settled. And then I'm like, wow, man, really? Like, the routine life is like a box life, and this new energy is calling you to step outside of that box. It cannot work anymore. And there's a little part of you, Sagittarius, which is weird, is wanting to hold on to that little routine, wanting to hold on to the way you used to do things because it was good at one point. But the Page of Coins, like, no, it's like, it's time to learn new ways. Like, step outside of that box of yours. Almost stop accepting, like the old. If you're needing to move, like, personal growth is number 7. 2023 is this year. It's time for change. I love it. And there's a change maybe coming in love as well. How you see love, how you love yourself, you know, how you love others. Is it always are you loving others from habit and routine, or are you loving others? Are you looking into new ways of loving others? Maybe you're looking into tantric sex. Maybe you're looking into other ways, like, you know, that exploring expansiveness, which you are. Jupiter rules you. So I just feel like there's something new coming up for you that is asking to detach. You're needing to detach from like a traditional way of doing things for you. Like, you're as much as you're adventurous and you're a nomad, there's also a routine that you've held on to for the longest time, and it's time to step outside of that. There could be new love coming in for some of you, like young love, like young, someone younger than you. It's possible. There could be, like a new beginning. There could be new beginning within your existing love, but bringing in something new, like with this Page of Coins. I feel like it's like new wisdom within your relationship. There's no, I see you can't hang on to the old. And I kind of like it because it's like the old here is the winter and you have to move into spring. And maybe that's why you need to keep your heart open, because the changes might be a little bit uncomfortable for you as you move through these things, because nobody likes to shut down the old. Nobody likes to really say goodbye, because it's been with you for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, right? It's been with you forever. And saying goodbye and detaching yourself from a family member, a friend, a colleague, or whatever, it's like, it's almost preposterous for some people. I know that, but it's something that it's your calling. It's calling you to do that. how else are you going to grow into this beautiful light that you are? For me, it's like the new beginnings is just screaming at me. And this one too, for some reason. I usually don't. Like, it's time for new. It's time to love yourself in a new way. It's time to love others in another way. It's time for change. Every day is a new day. Step into the imagination. Step into this like wisdom that has deeply embedded within you. You have so much wisdom, and we don't even tap into it because we live in this every single day. We live in the old. So how are you going to tap into you that's wanting to come out if you can't even see it because you're so stuck there? That is the message for the week. But I'm going to give you a love card to see what's happening in love for you. For Sagittarius. All right, 2 cards flew out. Both cards are being asked to be read. So, surrender. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Surrender to your old, peoples. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Oh my God. I've been saying this to every single sign. Every little like bump in the road is a freaking blessing. And we always take it so badly. So if your old is showing up, it's a blessing. It's for you to look at it and say, why am I holding on to this? And move on. So I'm going to show you the, so you can take screenshots if you would like. And these are the cards again. Surrender. I love it. All right, beautiful Sagittarius, I love you. Check your rising and your moon. Also check where your Pisces is in your birth chart this week so you can see how to handle your emotions. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I have a headache. Are you getting a headache? Like, share, comment, subscribe, and also leave a comment below, and I will enter you into a weekly giveaway. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got wisdom. 22. 2, it's all about choices, decisions, wisdom. She's standing on top of like 1,000 books here on this little rowboat. On not water, on the clouds. Interesting. This is a feeling of you tapping into your inner wisdom. Wisdom is not knowledge. Knowledge is learning something from a book. Wisdom to me is going into your inner heart, into your inner third eye. It's really listening to instinct, really listening in to yourself. So Capricorn, this week you're being asked to really trust that little thing, that little voice inside your head, instead of always looking outside for other help from others. So your new moon message is clear your mind, which, speaking of which, clearing like a lot, there's a lot going on. I feel it in the Capricorn energy, a lot going on. Overthinking, over. When you tap into wisdom, you don't need the mind. You know, this is kind of like this duality right here, the 2. The clear the mind, the wisdom is here. So that stair step, which is you see here, this little like ladder, it's time to move down to this. So let's see what's going on with you, Capricorn. Why are you overthinking? So this week I'm doing something different. I'm picking from 5 different, I picked from 5 different decks. We have the 10 of Wands. This Sagittarius energy, but the 10 of Wands is releasing these burdens, really like freeing yourself from this heavy weight that's on top of you. What does this heavy weight have to do with? The Tower. I guess that's what the heavy weight is. The Tower is like chaos, conflict. You see this? There's like swirling energies around this black castle. that's crumbling. There is light, you know, there's like little slivers of light showing up there, but all of it is darkness. So let's see what's going on. 8 of Wands. It's communication, so energies like moving. Let's see. It's another Sagittarius energy. Synchronicity. Adversity. I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. 100%. So there is some adversity with this Tower energy. Gemini. I think. Oh my God. All right. What is happening here with you? It's so in 8 plus 7 is 15. 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is harmony. 16. 16 plus 10 is 26. Plus 8 is 34. 7 is what's happening now in 2023. So what do we have here? We have some adversity in Tower showing up for you. So you are going through a little bit of a rough time right now, Capricorn, like everybody else, but I feel like there is something really ruminating in your mind, some really like chaotic thoughts, a conflict. You're in deep conflict. This could have to do with work, could have to do with family, with home, with friends, with yourself. You're just seeing things differently, and everything is like you're so much into thought right now, and you're trying to shut down your mind because there's just so much going on. You're overwhelmed, and you know that the only voice you need to listen to is here. But there's like so much going on. It's also because you might have gotten an email or a phone call, or like something came to you in a text format. This is 8 of Wands, that took you off your game, kind of thing. Yeah, wow, Capricorn. How interesting. In these past few weeks, you've been so clear. Things have been just making sense. And now we find ourselves back to this conflict here. The Gemini is communication, right? It's ruled by Mercury. So I think. That's what it is. I overthink, right? You're allowing your mind to take control, which is very Capricorn, and it's okay, but it's not working for you. It's really weighing heavily on you. You're finished. You can't. It's like almost you. This Tower moment that's showing up for you. Remember, everything that comes to you is a blessing. And I know it's hard for you to understand that, but it truly is. This Tower is coming to show you that this job is not right for you. This relationship is not right for you. This where you're living is not right for you. You know, like how you hoard all these things is not right for you. Or what you're doing, how you're eating, how you're drinking, how you're like all these things that are happening in your life. It's developed like this because you've allowed this to take control of your life. Because you go to bed at night and you're just thinking all the time. Because you wake up and you're thinking. Thinking is what is, you're creating a reality from your thoughts. So sorry. And it's like our goal is to step away from this thought and allow things to just flow. It's such a challenge for so many humans to allow things to flow, but it is so cathartic to allow that to happen, because once you enter into that kind of flow, There's no way you're going back to this overthought. And when you get into thinking, you know why it's coming up and how to stop it from taking over the mind. So synchronicity shows up. I don't know why, but maybe some of you have been seeing a lot of numbers, and or synchronicity is things that are happening in your life that are showing you that this is here for a reason, that showing you that you keep repeating the same pattern, this behavior, the habit. You keep like being faced with the same hardships, and yet you're still there. That's what synchronicity feels for me in this reading. It's like you're constantly putting yourself up against the tower moments. It keeps showing up for you to pay attention to. Why is this tower moment showing up in your life? Perhaps you're not supposed to be there. Perhaps you are being shown a lesson, but at the same time the lessons come in and they're just so, like, if you're in a situation where it's really uncomfortable or where it's not working, why are we so persistent to stay in situations? Why are you so persistent to stay in that job, in that school, in the relationship, in that friendship? Because of the past. Well, because I'm making really good money here. Yes, but maybe you're going to make more money somewhere else. And they're pushing you there. But you're not listening. And you're being stubborn, like a good earth sign that you are. And you keep coming up against the same things all the time. This is this. Very, very clear here. And you're carrying the weight too, the Ten of Wands. You just like keep on loading it up on top of you. No, I'm a survivor, and I'm going to be strong, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do everything for everybody else, and you're digging your freaking hole, Capricorn. You keep digging the hole. And you don't need to do that. You don't need to be a survivor. You don't need to be validated. You don't need to be like, you are amazing. You're a freaking light in a human vessel. Keep reminding yourself that. I know that some of you don't, because you're like, that's just like crazy thinking, but it really is what it is. And we don't, and we just live in this little boxed illusion that we continuously keep creating because we continuously stay in it, and we don't listen to the lessons and the signs that keep coming up to show us that it is the synchronicities that are showing up in your face. They're there for a reason. It's not just, oh yeah, it's so, no, oh wow, look at that, I got some 4 for 4, look at that. The same problem keeps coming over and over and over again. It's so much fun. It's not fun, is it, right? It's not fun to be feeling like this. And this is what's happening here, you guys. This is what I feel like is going on. You keep taking these obstacles as challenges and as like, I did this, I like won the challenge for now because it's showing up 3 months later, or showing up 3 weeks later, or showing up 3 years later. And you keep delaying your true path in this journey. And you keep doing it like this, in the box, until one day the tower shows up again and says, hey, you're not happy here. What are you doing? And you're supposed to get into that awareness and say, oh yeah, I've seen this about 10 times in my life. It's time to make the move, as uncomfortable as it is. Because I know that universe, source, God is taking me somewhere better. Because I'm going to take myself somewhere. My soul is going to take me somewhere better. But no, I'm going to be the annoying, persistent human. And I'm going to stay, and I'm going to conquer, and I'm going to go through all the shit of it. I'm going to dive into the fears and the worry and the anxiety, which I don't have to, because God, creator, source, has already given you the opportunity here. And you're like, no. This sounds like you, Capricorn, doesn't it? And that's where you're at right now. And you're in this full realization moment where you're like, really? Is this what I need to do? Be carrying all this weight all the time? Carry on everybody else's responsibilities? All these other people's thoughts, my thoughts, everybody. and I'm not paying attention to what's being shown in my face. So pay attention to any communication coming this week. Like I said, a phone call, an email, whatever, a text. There could be something coming up that will make you feel like take you off your stability, your groundedness. It could be a towering moment for you. Pay attention to the tower moments this week. It's so important. If things are making you feel uncomfortable, if something is coming and slapping you in the face and you're like, oh, it's okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to just move along with it. No. Take that slap in the face or that trip and that fall and see what it is and say, okay, I'm not going to do that again. Let me change direction. You are being asked to listen to yourself, Capricorn, and stop listening to others. And stop listening to that old version of you and start listening to the new one. It's clear. Pay attention to synchronicities that are happening out there. Pay attention to the signs. I don't know how, I can't even the wisdom has shown up for you to go in and really truly listen. I can't stress to you how much we are changing in this world. This world is no longer what you know and how you've lived it. And if you continue living it the way you always knew it, you will continuously stay in the box. And that's not where we're headed. So, I'm going to give you a card, a lover's oracle card, like I gave you last week. I'll do one for this week as well. So, Capricorn, please. No. Okay, so I got two. Give thanks to the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. Beautiful message, Capricorn. Take a screenshot. We have this fiery transformation. Your relationship with another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Nice. You take the screenshot if you want. So change is happening, and it's coming very in drastic and unexpected changes, and you're not going to like them. I'm going to tell you right now, Capricorn, you're not going to like the messages coming in this week, but they're there for a reason, and they're there for you to stop being this martyr and stop being the survivor. Stop taking on other people's energies. Stop taking on just start making the moves. You're here to make moves and to push through the challenges. I hope this helps some of you. I know this feels like it's specific to some of you, but it could be for everybody. I just feel like you're following the same paths. You're following the same. It's just very earth sign of you to keep continuously doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you get the same results every single time. And now you're being pushed outside of your comfort zone. So it's time to listen to that and pay attention to that. All right. Check your rising and your moon for other messages, but also check where your Pisces is in this week in your birth chart. It can help you navigate better through these energies, because Pisces is very emotional. Also, like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below, because I'll enter you into a weekly giveaway. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got protection. So we see here a bird carrying an adult human in a nest, right? So it's kind of that stork carrying the baby, but it's adult, right? It's you right now. You moving into your innocence, moving into purity, surrendering, letting go of all the hang-ups that you have, that you're carrying with you. It's time to move into this darkness and out into the light kind of thing. I feel like some of you carrying on some heavy energies this week and the past few weeks and years and what have you, and lifetimes. And it's like coming to a head almost, and you're like, I just want to crawl up in this nest and get carried away. And I feel like some of you are maybe needing to take some time away this week and sleep, rest, do nothing. I almost feel that. I feel like some of you are needing this protection to show up because you need to protect your heart. I think you've given a lot out to people. You've been very innocent with your heart, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see. This very interesting energy. Your new moon in Pisces message is talk less, feel more. I mean, it's not so far from Aquarius. You don't like to feel. Right? You don't like to go deep into your emotions. You prefer to just talk it out. Right? Talk surface, la 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 la, or whatever, and not to feel. So this is kind of an interesting message is coming from this protection here. So I pulled from 5 different oracle and tarot decks this week because I just feel like changing it up. And here we go. We have the 2 of Coins. See, she's making a decision, making a choice between 2 different areas of her life: love, relationship, job. Like 2 things that are not so heavy lifting though. They're like very light. The 4 of Coins is stability, foundation, materialism. We'll see what it means for you. The Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, a mother energy also. A lot to do with finances and abundance, a lot to do with giving birth, right? Protection. But perhaps could be overbearing. You could have an overbearing mama around you. So let's see what is going on. Denial. Well, there we go. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So denial. Purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Individuality. That's you. Abundance. Jupiter showing up here. And Mercury in retrograde. Reinvention. Interesting. Like Jupiter is like expansive. Mercury in retrograde is taking a step back and reassessing. So what are these questions? What are these cards all about? Some of you are in denial. When it comes to what? Maybe there's a mother around you that's in denial about you. But everything here feels to me like it's a job or a money situation. You stepping into your own, like the denial is sticking out to me the most here. It's like you denying, you're denying your true you. That's the feeling I'm having here. And you're being asked to take a few steps back, hence the protection, right? It's kind of this like some of you are having to find yourself again, Aquarius. You've created a facade. You've created this persona of you with everyone else around you. you haven't been able to be completely 100% yourself with everybody, and now it's time to get out of that. Stop being like, I know that you're not a sign that lives in fear all the time, but here I feel like you have a little bit of fear showing up here, because a fear of being yourself. That's what I'm getting here. A fear of being your true like individual self. Some of you are like, I could feel like some of you, like maybe since you're a child, have wanted to do something different, and people, maybe your mother, maybe other energies, have stopped you from moving into that power, moving into your purpose. And that's where all your abundance is. Jupiter is like the largest planet in the solar system that we know of, right? But it's this like thunder, it's this like I'm here kind of planet. And that's you, but a part of you has hidden from that, and hidden in the stability and in the materialism of the world. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn, in the structure, it's ruled by Saturn, in the way things. Saturn also rules Aquarius. So you do find some harmony with Saturn in the structure of it, but not because you don't like structure and you like to be free. So it's almost like you're battling with yourself. Some of you are in a job that you don't like, but you're staying in it because it's stable. And maybe you have a really good position, but it's not you. So, and if anyone's listening to this, listen. It's time for change. Because what is coming for you, it's time to step back and re-examine. Why are you there? Some of you, I feel like, I don't know, you're making a decision when it comes to money. You're making a decision with your job, with your relationships, with how you're spending money, how you're investing money. The Empress showing up could be you that's also investing in a new business with this little protection here, or you're stepping into your purpose, you're healing, you're doing something. You could be doing it with an Empress, or you are the Empress. But I definitely feel like there's a part of there's a stability part here that I feel it. I feel like it's so interesting that like the stability is keeping you tied. If that makes sense to you. It's like the job and the finances and the role of the woman or the man, that the roles and the boundaries, the limitations of the society is holding you back from being this explosive you. And you're being asked to step into this because some of you are hanging on to a meh job and a meh relationship and a meh like family ship, and like everything is just meh, and that's not who you are. You're not that at all. You are like an innovator. You are always, your mind is always thinking, you're always thinking about something new, which is where we need you to be. We need you to be in the new, and you are hanging on to an older energy. And it's not an old energy. It's just like a stable energy. And I don't feel like that's where you need to be. If Capricorn got this, maybe I would say, yeah, it's perfect for you. But not for you. And here it's like you need to step into your awareness. You need to start asking yourself where you're feeling that tightness, where you're feeling that need for protection. Why do you need someone to protect you? Because you're not being you, authentically you. And Jupiter to me speaks of like, as soon as you step into that part of you, it's like, watch out world, because things will start to change for you. Abundance will roll into you, like destiny will start to take place. You won't need to be so much protected by the bird or by the world, because you are stepping into your purpose. And the Empress keeps showing up, so there could be like a woman figure in your life, like an older woman or a mother energy that will encourage you and move you into this new way. But like the protection energy is feeling like, take that time, step into a Mercury in retrograde kind of moment. Take that time and actually look, assess where it is that you're feeling constrained, where it is that you're feeling like not yourself. Because where you're feeling like that is you're stepping away from why you're supposed to be here in this earth, right? Again, individuality is an interesting thing, because it's not really, because we're here as a whole, but we're also here to tap into our original soul blueprint, which is the individuality of it all. So just, I feel like this is like a general kind of reading, which it is already, but it feels to me that you are being asked to start to look into it's so interesting, I would never say this to anybody, but where things feel very safe, that's not where you need to be, Aquarius. And as much as you're a fixed sign who likes that, I feel like it would be very compromising to you to be in that safe place. You need to take some chances, you need to make some big moves, and in doing that you will open up that path, purpose for you. Stop living in denial, stop living in your fears. There's no place for that in your world. Wow. Talk less, talk less. Like, you don't need to be talking so much. We don't need to be talking about anything anymore. We just need to start to go in within and start listening there. This is an interesting reading. Let's see. So I'm going to pick one love card for you, Aquarius. I really like this reading for you. It's very specifically tailored to you, because it's like, I don't think I would give it the same message to like an Aries or a Capricorn, let's say. So it's time for re-examining your life and where it is that you feel uncomfortable in your life, and actually staying in the discomfort, if you understand. Okay, we got two messages here. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That's nice. And this one, healing. I need to see this close. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. This could just go for you. It doesn't have to be a relationship. I really feel that. Healing is such a big part of you, Aquarius. As you are the star card, it's like you're being called to heal yourself through this. But at the same time, no, not at the same time. Be true to you and stop playing safe and stop playing in this little box game. It's not working for you. It's time to step into you. I hope this helped you. I really feel like it helped some of you, and it's really interesting. All right, my beautiful Aquarius. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also check where Pisces lands in your birth chart this week, so you can better understand how to maneuver around the emotional energy of Pisces. And like, comment, share, subscribe. If you leave a comment, you'll be entered automatically into a weekly giveaway. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. So we got power, full moon power in reverse. So there's no reversals in this card, in this oracle deck, but your higher selves were insistent that this go in reverse. So when I see this card, power, it means you have the power to create new realities. You have the power to manifest whatever it is. You have the power. You are source. In reverse is that you don't know how to deal with your power. You are giving your power away. You're taking advantage of your power, right? That there could be so many different ways to look at this. You are powerless or more too powerful. You know, there's just this feeling of you holding yourself back or too much, right? So I need to like see the reading to better understand this. Your Pisces new moon message is breathe through the tension. All right. So, you know, I said this last week and I'm going to say it again. Pisces and Scorpio, Gemini sometimes, yeah. Like there's a lot of heavy energies that come through you guys, and it's a blessing. So it's because you're clearing quicker, you're clearing faster than everybody else, but you have to deal with it. So never take it as such a bad thing, right? We have to, like, the quicker you get through these heavy energies, the more light you will feel, my beautiful Pisces. And this week it's Pisces new moon, so it'll feeling a refreshing feeling as well. So your first card is out of the bag. Okay, so this week I changed to, I'm going to use 5 different decks, Oracle and Tarot, just for fun. You got 3 of Swords, my beautifuls. Killing me. The 3 of Swords is heartache, pain, grief, sadness, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Abundance, beautiful. That's always welcome. Financial discipline, interesting. So both money cards showing up here. 88, 48. You got so many cards. Relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So relationships showing up here. That could be part of the 3 of Swords. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So indecision showing up. King of Wands, Leo energy. Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And Neptune, which is the ruling planet of Pisces, sacrifice. Okay, wow. All right. What is happening here? So indecision, relationships, 3 of Swords. Right off the bat, we'll look at that part. Right here we have some of you having to deal with a relationship that you're like in the middle of making decisions with your relationships. Like, relationship, does it have to be only romantic? No, it could be personal, it could be friends, family, it could be colleagues. Whatever it is, you're in the middle of something heartbreaking for you. And perhaps that's the power play here. There's a power play going on, perhaps. And you're having to, maybe, let's say you're a boss or a manager, and you're having to let go a lot of people that you're very close to. And this is, you have like power being taken away from, like, you know, that is that. And you're not feeling good about it, because the 3 of Swords is pretty evident that this is not a great feeling for you. could be in a relationship. Let's like look at the way the things. Like I almost feel like this is separated in twos here. Like in a two. Like here, like Neptune. Neptune is delusion. It's sacrifice here. But I want to read in the book what it says to be 100% not giving you everything that you need to hear. Right. With the Neptune card, it would be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue. Nice. Right? You may see the smoke in the mirrors, find yourself engulfed in nefarious mists and blame cast on the wrong person or reason. With this card, you want to be absolutely clear and out front with everything. Neptune is the planet of sacrifice, as you may be asked to sacrifice something, usually related to ego, for some greater good. That's okay. You may be caught in a situation which is unclear. The reasons behind it may not make sense or are being withheld from you. You may find difficult getting in on the right path or in clarifying a direction. On the other hand, you may be extremely tuned in at the present time, sensing emotions, having visions, and if this is the case, what is below the surface is now being brought up. Oh, nice. Okay, I love it. This is very Pisces. Pisces new moon. It's almost like your relationships are coming up for you, like all kinds of relationships, and you're having to make a lot of decisions, and it's killing you to you making these decisions, hence the no power here. And it's all coming up for a reason. Like I said to Aquarius, everything that we have, or Capricorn, everything that we have that shows up, that feels uncomfortable to us, is there for a reason. It's like, and we just like push things away, or we just like don't want to deal with it right now, and we like just stay with the relationship even though it's worthless, or not worthless, but even if it's like not giving you anything back and not giving anything back to the other person either, we stay in it. And this is where you're at, Pisces. You're like making these massive changes and decisions in your life that's going to disrupt a lot. It's going to disrupt your life, other people's lives, but disruption is how we get to clearing, is how we get our power back. If we do not disrupt, then we stay like this. And so a lot of you are going through a really rough time, making choices to step away from, detach from people that you love in this lifetime, that you realize are not bringing you anything. And I'm saying this because I think it's really important that I'm bringing this up to you here, because what I see, like if you make these changes, if you do you make these difficult, challenging decisions, it's not for nothing. Because what happens here is abundance, financial discipline. You move into something very money coming in. I almost feel like a lot of you fish, what you're doing is you're impeding this flow to come in, even though maybe some of you have money coming in, but there could be so much more. And abundance is love, and abundance is like feelings of comfort and everything. It's like it's more than just money, and you're holding yourself back because you're choosing to stay in something that's comfortable, or something that's like not even comfortable. It's not comfortable because it's the Three of Swords. It's depressing. It's sad. But you're sacrificing yourself for what? Unless it's nothing. There's nothing coming back to you, right? And this is a very common Pisces thing. I'm going to sacrifice my love and everything for my family and my friends, and then it's like, oh, poor me, and oh my God, look what I've done, and it's like, wow, man, no, stop, because you're not here to sacrifice your life for people. You're not here here to sacrifice anything. You're not even here to sacrifice for yourself. You're here just to live. You're here to take your power back and start living life as you see fit, as you hear inside you, the calling that's inside you. If the calling is saying no to this person, then don't stay with this person. The calling is to go to this person, then go to that person. But usually we're not here for relationships. Oh my God, it's such a 3D thing. We're not here. We're here for ourselves. It's time to listen in. We need to listen what it is that we need to do with ourselves. Your relationship with yourselves, is it for your higher good? Listen to your intuition, people, because you're breaking your heart. Ace of Wands, new beginning, new relationship, new chapter in your life, new. The King of Wands is you stepping into your power. Is maybe a King of Wands coming into your life. A Leo that's coming into your life, an Aries, Sagittarius, whatever, a fire sign, doesn't have to be either. It could just be a man or a woman coming into your life that's going to bring a change, that's going to allow you to see things in a more dynamic and passionate and creative way. Here I feel you're stuck a little bit in self-pity and victimization, and you're stuck in that like, woe is me. Oh my God, it's enough here. And it's only going to get worse and worse if you don't make the hard decisions. Here, there's this like feeling of greatness coming your way, like so much. Look at these beautiful cards. I can't even Ace, King, this. It's like, if you're single, even if you're single, I feel like you need to break away from certain people in your life that's holding you back, because you have very nice coming in for you, right? Someone that's gonna maybe help you. Maybe it's a financial investor, someone that's going to doesn't have to be only a relationship. It could be helping you figure out how to place your money, where to put your money. Maybe you're going to start a new project together. This is new projects. This is new business. This is new creativity. I feel like there's you're at the edge, and you keeping yourself in the crater. And here there's this grand opportunity waiting for you on the other side of that, and you just want to drown here. It's not working for you anymore, Pisces. It cannot. I know you've lived there a lot. You live in these deep emotional pool, and you found a way to navigate within it, those waters, but that water, that basin is drying out because it can't. We don't need you there, Pisces. We need you tapping into your intuition. We need you to tap into your spiritual greatness. We need you to tap into this prowess that you are, this fish that you are, right? This navigator, whatever it is. We need you to tap into that. I mean, if you think about it, the koi fish, right? It's a Japanese fish that mythologically it swam up against all the challenges in the water to become a dragon. And that's what we need from you. We need you to turn into that dragon. Because that is what's waiting for you on the other side of this. But I feel like you're being called, you're being pushed. You're being given adverse, I think Capricorn got the same, I don't know. I think Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, you're all in the same kind of boat, being faced with adversity to wake you up out of this. You're going to feel the feels, Pisces, but man, oh man, what's on the other side is amazing. You're like, it could be anything that's in your life, by the way. It's a job or person. It feels like, to me, like more your relationships within the job, within the family, the friends, the lovers. It's more that connection with people that you're needing to do away with or bring in new, because what's working, it's not working now. There's too much hardship, there's too much heartache, there's too much grief. You're holding on to past. You're holding on to an old behavior of yours, like that you keep like bringing back over and over, like a little bit of self-pity. I know you guys don't like to hear that word, but it is a little bit like, oh, poor me syndrome, and it's not working. The new energy doesn't allow it, and you are the new energy. You know, like at the beginning of this intro, I talk about Saturn moving into Pisces. Pisces is gonna go through a huge upheaval of change. You guys are gonna be the ones leading into this new age of Aquarius, right? We need you, Pisces, because you are mystical. You know, you are spiritually advanced, but you do tend to drown, and now you're being called out of that, because abundance and love and new beginning and new chapters are waiting for you on the other side. I kind of like this. So you're gonna get a love okay, advice card. Okay, so 2 is good. Is there anything else? No. So we have nice card. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Wow. I mean, this for me, because I don't believe in death, but I believe the soul lives on forever, and this is what this exactly is. We don't need to be hanging on to these freaking old versions of you and these old relationships of you, because you are saying goodbye to this old version of you. It's dying. Those relationships are dying. All of it is dying, and we need to move into a new. So I'm going to leave you this like this, and then this if you want to take a screenshot. And this one is... new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I mean, come on. I can't make this up. You see it, they just shuffle out like this. So you are being called to a new chapter and saying goodbye to your old. I don't know. I know it doesn't take like a week to do that. It's a lot of work, but I feel like you've been going through the work, and you still have to continue going through a little bit more, Pisces. Pisces new moon will help you move into those new energies. But for me, it's like, let's take your power back. Breathe through the tension. I like this. This is a really good reading. I know you're like, no, it's not. It is a good reading. Look at the future. It's abundance. It's Ace of Wands. It's new stuff coming in. You have something, and you're working through some old crap, and you still got to work through it. Don't hold on to it. It is an old version of you. You are new. We are moving into new. All right. I love you so much, and I'll see you next week. Check your rising and your moon. Also check where Pisces is in your birth chart other than your sun. It can help you navigate through this. And also like, comment, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll enter you into a weekly giveaway. I love you so much.